Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MTGO Creator Showdown, the show that answers the question, what won't I do for money? And on that one, I'm going to introduce us on the screen that you're seeing right now. I'm your host. My name is Will Hall, better known on the internet as the Will Hall EXP. And I'm joined by one of MTG's most popular, biggest streamers in the world. It is, of course, Ali Eldrazi. How you doing, my friend? Welcome. I'm feeling a little naked right now, but it's good. I'm appreciating it. It is good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to talk about what we're seeing this weekend. So this is the second one of the MTGO Creators Showdown, where we're bringing you 64 of your favorite MTG personalities and content creators, putting them head-to-head in 6 rounds of Magic, double eliminations. So once they get those first 2 losses, they are out of here. But this month, the format is Modern, the beautiful game. Ali, talk to me about Modern. What does it consist of?
So Modern is a set that includes most sets since 2003, including Modern Masters Horizons and Modern Masters. And there's a banned list of 53 cards, but in this one specifically, we've clipped the wings off Mardu. So in this event, we've banned Mardu. Keep in mind it's not in real life, but in this event, we've agreed to ban Mardu just for variety and for content. So I'm excited to see what it looks like.
We've kind of seen a lot of that right now. Right? We're taking it into our own hands here, trying to make it a good viewer experience for all you people at home. Because I did say it's 6 rounds, 64 players, but they're battling out for some prizes, of course, because this is Daybreak Games, and they love to do things right. So we've got our share of $5,000 on the line. Let's get these prizes up on the screen and talk me through how the breakdown looks. Ali?
I got you, Will. I got you.
Well, while we're just working, we'll get them up on screen momentarily for you. But, you know, if you were playing today in this tournament with this much on the line, how much prep would you be putting into this?
I'd probably be playing almost every day because I stream, so probably playing every day. I think the strongest, or one of the strongest decks that going into this is probably going to be the Necro deck, right? Just because it did so well, and with Mardu gone, it appears to be like the next big thing. All right, so prizes for this event. We have, if you go 4-2, you get digital prize on your account. You get 500 play points and 50 treasure chests. In those chests, you can find anything, even a boat. And you also get 1 MH3 regular set. So that's 1 of each card from Modern Horizons 3. If you finish 5-1, you get 600. Okay. Well, they don't like that. If you finish 5-1, you get $600. Then you get $750 if your player starts 5-0. Then lose round 6. If you go 6-0, you get $1,250. So.
Yeah, so everything to play for right now. If you were battling out in this and you went 6-0 and you just won yourself $1,250 US, what would you be spending it on?
If I won $1,250 USD, I would spend it on a new tattoo. I'll do your face. Your face right here. On this bicep.
I'm so tempted just to throw the money up there right now myself and just say you've won the jackpot, because you get to look in the mirror every day, look at this lovely mug, it'll be beautiful. But I mean,
it'd be glorious, honestly.
It would be glorious. And you know what else is glorious? Giveaways. We've got loads of them throughout today's show. We're going to be giving 120 play points out throughout the show. Whenever I decide, they gave me the power for it, ladies and gentlemen. So whenever I decide I'm going to start a giveaway, you have to be in it to win it. So you make sure you stay on this channel, have it open, and you're interacting throughout the show, because otherwise, you won't be able to win those prizes. As well as just play points, well, we've got a Beacon microphone to give away as well from our sponsor, Beacon. These obviously do amazing microphones. You see a lot of content creators using these. If you want to become a content creator yourself, well, this is a start to it, getting one of the best microphones on the market. So again, make sure you stay tuned in the stream, because I'll be doing that giveaway later on in the show. But we need to talk about the show. We've talked a little bit about Modern. We talked about what you're going to see, the rounds, double elimination, but we need to have a little bit more on the stip list that we put onto this show. Of course, we are banning a card. The card that is kind of is definitely the Boogie Man in the format, or Boogie Wizard in the format, should I say. It is Mardu. We are banning that today. How do you think that is going to shape this format and everybody bringing decks this weekend, Ali?
I think Mardu being banned allows people to not have to play so much removal main deck. Otherwise, you have to respect Mardu and just play a bunch of removal. I think, again, I said earlier, I think the second best deck is going to be, right away, is going to be the Necro deck. But I like Mardu being banned just because to see the variety of it, of everything. So
if you you say we know this deck's banned, we know realistically in quotes, the most talked about deck is this Necro Dominance deck. It's super powerful, especially now playing the One Ring in it as well. If you knew that was going to be the most popular deck this weekend, is there any meta decks that you would bring to fight against that deck and potentially try and take out everybody else that's bringing it?
That's a good question. I would definitely. There are cards to counter Necro Dominance, of course. Like Necro does draws cards, so like Bowmasters is a great way to counter it. Let's see. I'm not sure.
Shield Dreads, maybe playing my own Shield Dread.
That's good too. Anything that counters or hurts them from drawing cards, right? I also like you can't. Unfortunately, you cannot needle this, right? This one's not needleable, like the old Necro, but you can punish them for drawing. So
this one, the new one that we've kind of got, and when I say new one, 'cause it is a throwback to the older card. This one only lets you go up to 5 cards. It's meant to be like the downside to the card, but there's lots of ways to get around that, right? Like we see a lot of people now moving, adapting to the One Ring as well, because there's so many ways to gain life in this deck. Does that make it? Is this going to be too good? Are we going to start talking for the ban hammer on this deck next? Like, where do we stop? Or do you think this deck can be beaten in the right meta?
I think this deck can be beaten. I think a big part of it is like just the new factor. I think once you know what's going on, what it's trying to do, I think you can beat it. I also believe that while Necro Dominance is very powerful, the One Ring is, I think, more powerful overall. And the One Ring has been we've seen play much of modern decks, and a lot of decks can just play the One Ring and keep up with Necro. So I'm a huge fan of the One Ring as well. So.
Okay, so that's Mardu. That's going out of this today's tournament. We've got the Necro deck. We think that's going to be the best one. Other decks we see floating around, a lot of energy decks. We've got the Boros energy, the Mardu energy, the Jeskai control decks. What do you think about energy now as a strategy in Modern?
So I think Boros energy is a great one that people are going to because it's basically all Modern Horizons 3 cards, right? It has one of the best Planeswalkers, if not the best one for Modern, which is Ajani. Yes. But I don't think it is the best deck. I think it's one that people are going to play because it's just very good for everything, but I don't think it's like doing anything crazy or breaking. So I think it's okay.
It's kind of what you want from a Modern Horizon set, right? Like I want a powerful card that's not going to be too broken, not too pushed. You can fit in a lot of different decks, has a lot of different synergies on, low to the ground decks or energy decks, or just in itself, as you say, we can flip it at instant speed to like, the Planeswalker side, which I'm sure we'll end up seeing at some point throughout today. And I'm being told that we're setting up the next match. We are jumping in at round 3 of today's tournament. You'll notice that your favorite content creators have been live for the first 2 rounds, so we're jumping in round number 3, and we've got 2 ready to go. So let's have a little look at their deck list. I think we're going to start off with Jim Davis's side and see what he's brought this week and to the MTGO Creator Showdown. So talk to me about this deck list.
So this is a Gruul Breach. It is a deck that tries to cast through the breach as quickly as possible and throw it at Emerald Leon's Torn, and that way you can annihilate your opponent's board and then essentially kill them or buy enough time to. We're also playing the 4 Devour Destinies from Modern Horizons 3, along with the Ugin's Labyrinth, which allows us to sculpt our hand and also find Labyrinth early, which obviously allows for a faster through the breach. What's cool about this deck too is that it doesn't necessarily fully need to like through the breach. It can win fair. It's not usually what we do, but you can win fair through like sowing Myco Spawns, just casting All's Dust to Kha'Zix Command. And attacking, and hardcasting your Eldrazi.
Yeah, so this deck, it can really have explosive draws, right? Like, I have lost this deck from them throwing an Emerald Core at me as early as turn 2. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, turn 2. Which that's the sort of thing we want to see on camera, to see if that works up. But on the other side of the bracket, we have got popular streamer, one of my friends and yours. It is Young Dingo. And Young Dingo looks like he's bringing this Jeskai control list that we're just talking about now, really utilizing the energy synergies. We're going to get that up on the screen for you momentarily. But what do you think about energy? We were kind of touched on it, but now going up against a Tron deck here.
It really depends on how much counter magic his deck has. I know it can be backbreaking. I was playing Tron in Amsterdam actually, and versus Jeskai, they inverted polarity my Ulamog. So I killed 2 of their lands, but they stole my Ulamog with just a counterspell. So it really depends on how much counter magic Jim is playing. So here we see Jim's list. Jim has 4 counterspells and 3 force negations. Sorry, not Jim's. Young Dingo's. Apologies. 4 counterspells, 3 force negations. No players in the main deck. So yeah, I would say, man, it's gonna be tough because you really need to counter through the breach, otherwise you will lose. There's 7 counter spells. I'll still think the just got player will take it overall.
Okay, so obviously these decks will utilize Flare quite a lot, a full 4 copies. I've seen some decks playing free. What's sticking out to me in this is in that sideboard. And usually we have a couple of land destruction effects, but that sideboard looks to me like it is tailored toward the Necrodominance deck with 3 lines of Sanctity in the board. Not the this isn't the matchup for it, but it's really interesting how Dingo has built his deck so far to get to this point. And we are, both these players, at 2-0 going into this round. So
nice. This looks sick. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Also love the you see the player's sideboard too, and you see he respects Eldrazi, Carlos spells. You see 4 consigned memories.
Oh, such a good card. Such a good card.
Yeah.
I thought this was like what's the card I'm calling, like the mana spike one where they got to pay 1 extra mana for it. I thought that's what it did until I actually got hold of the card and cast it, and I was like, oh, this is just straight up 1 mana, stop my Flage from going to the graveyard. 1 mana, stop my opponent's 1 ring. Stopping big Ulamogs coming down and stuff. This card is great in a full 4 copies. So after sideboard, might think the game swing really heavily towards young Dingo. It'll be interesting to see how that kind of plays out for him. Another card I want to talk about, which we haven't seen too much of. In fact, this is the first time I've seen it. I only know about it, and that young Dingo was deciding to bring it this weekend because I was watching his stream, is Expressive Iterations. Don't usually see them anymore, but he wanted more ways to kind of turn and burn for his deck and find those key cards. What do you think about them in the main?
Expressive Iteration is better if you're playing like 0 drops or lands or baubles, but I do see he has 4 Galvanic Discharge, 4 Tooth Narratives. I love Expressive Iteration. The only problem is, will young Dingo have enough time to do all that, right? Wrath of the Sky is essentially like a dead card here. Subtlety is also kind of dead, essentially. This is going to be a rough match, game 1, I think.
Yeah, the way it looks to me like it will be pretty rough game 1, game 2, and game 3 are going to go a little bit better, but it can steal something out of anywhere. If we can get a Flage out of that graveyard with Arena of Glory, which isn't usually a card you'd expect to see in a control deck, but if we can give our Flage haste and back out the graveyard, that's 12 points of damage that can just come out of nowhere. Not quite in, throwing an Emrakul to your opponent's face and taking a load of their opponents along with it, but it is going to be interesting to see what sort of back and forth and what the draws are going to be like for both of these players. I want to just go back on EI and tell you my bad beat story with that. I thought this card was terrible. When it got printed and I played it for the first time, I cast it turn 2. Very quickly realised, and I was like, this card is terrible. Why is everyone raving about this card? It's terrible. Fully realised this is a turn 3 spell, and it's absolutely insane when it does it. Of course, it means we can pick 1 into exile, play to end the turn, 1 to our hand, 1 to the bottom of our library. I'm sure we'll see if we can cast it in this game. Also, Solitudes in this list.
I like Solitudes because, like, if Jim goes through the breach, right? We can let that resolve, and we can Solitude the creature that is breached. Which is super nice. So that's a nice answer as well. So on top of counter spells, we also have Solitude as well. So
well, it looks like both the players are ready, and we are starting here round number 3 here, the MTGO Creator Showdown. Just a couple of lands, but more importantly, Surveil lands now on the battlefield. How good are these lands in this format?
Surveil lands are one of the newest lands in this format. I think one of the best. Honestly, I believe Surveil lands are better than even the Triomes. I would say they're just so good. They're fetchable. They fix your grave. They fix your mana. They surveil obviously can help you reanimate. They're just help you delve. They're just really good in this format.
Okay.
In general, honestly.
Interesting play there. This is open deck list. Both players know exactly what they are against. Young Dingo there decided to shock in that Steam Vents. Obviously, we know he does not have a play this turn, but representing a counterspell here. How much do you give credit to your opponent when they do things like this? Are you going to just jam into it, or do you have to respect the fact that you could have a counterspell here and make your play not optimal?
It really depends on my hand, but I like Young Dingo shocking there, just because his life doesn't matter. As long as it's above 15, it doesn't really matter. So shocking there, I think is just free, especially in this matchup.
So, we did see Jim Davis on the play there, but did miss the 3rd land drop. Now going to use this Kozilek's Command, which this card, by the way, this card is so good in Modern, in these decks.
I thought it was trash, was so good. Yes, you're right.
Even there, just as a, we get to look at the top card, don't want it, we get rid of it, we draw a card, and we can also ramp a little bit. So now, if we had something like a Through the Breach in hand and Emrakul, we could end up cancelling it as early as now. But we did find the land, we did find another talisman, so we are going to get our mana online. What sort of line do you like here from Jim if you were in his seat?
I like just casting Talisman because I really want my Michael Spawns to destroy lands. And we might see Jim do the old-fashioned, hey, okay, maybe I can't resolve it through the breach, but I'm going to resolve these Eldrazi's that have cast triggers. It's going to ramp me, it's going to kill your lands, and eventually I'll just kill you with Devour Destiny or just cast my Eldrazi's with the fairway.
I think you said the key bit there. It's a cast trigger. Doesn't matter if you've got counter spells on the other side. Sure, if my creature doesn't resolve, I'm okay with that. More importantly is I'm ramping and you're losing lands. And obviously, control decks, the way that they win is they catch up with some sort of big sweeper effect, get a 2-for-1, and then they're able to, cast 2 spells a turn with their multiple lands. If we're just stone raining them every turn at the minute, it is not going to go well. And how about this play? Just firing off a discharge on that token, taking out a little bit more of the ramp here for Jim Davis.
Yeah, he just wants to pipe the mana. Also found 2 Solitudes for Through the Breach, but Jim is not going to go for Through the Breach. He's just going to Michael Spawn here.
Well, also, we kind of touched over it a little bit. We're talking about counter magic so much, but there's a Cavernous Souls on the battlefield on Eldrazi. Nice. This one is not going to be kicked, so we're just going to go find our land ourselves. If our opponent's going to take away our mana sources, we're going to go find them, and we can find any as Eldrazi Temple now hits the battlefield, and that can generate 2 mana for all Eldrazi's throughout the rest of the game.
And what's cool about Temple is it also works for All Is Dust and Devour Destiny. So All Is Dust on a creature, but it's a spell, but it's a Eldrazi spell. Also, Causeless Command is an Eldrazi, so Temple also works for a Causeless Command too, which made Temple way, way better after
the new set MH3 coming out, and we're now seeing these Tron decks kind of rising through the ranks in popularity. Some of the big streamers doing extremely well with them. Here comes Flage, still representing that 2 mana though, making Jim Davis think about it, at least consider it in whatever play he's going to make. Let's draw an Ancient Stirrings now. I remember when everyone was talking about banning this card and how powerful it can be.
Yeah, it is compared to Preordain or Ponder is just a really good card in decks that hits everything. So
yeah, it's just sharp. Obviously, we don't see it too much anymore in Hardened Scales. That deck's kind of falling off the radar a little bit at the minute. But here's an Emrakul found. So now that's one half of the. I'm going to call it a combo because it is a combo anytime you get an Emrakul on the battlefield before turn 15.
I'd rather see Michael Spawn, who's going to eat. I like eating the blue sources here, personally.
I think I go for the blue-white source because then it turns off the
Solitude.
Yeah, turns off Solitude. Also turns off Wrath of the Skies as well, which could deal with our talismans later on in the game. And
also hurts the Titan as well, the Flage.
True. Okay, we're at 9 mana.
There you go. There you go. He shut off our Wrath of the Skies there.
Love to see it. Love to see it. I think it makes sense in that spot. Another Emrakul, not exactly what we're after. Can we cast the Destiny in hand? Oh, even we have
plenty of mana. I think it was jamming here. Just start.
Yeah. Just putting 6/6 on the battlefield. Even though I don't have a target to destroy, just having a 6-powered, 6 toughness creature is really hard for Young Dingo's deck to deal with. While he's got no energy at the minute, so a big discharge can't deal with it. Flage can't deal with it.
He does have Subtlety. Subtlety can deal with it. Just put it on top, but. Yeah.
They just cast it the turn after and destroy with the other one, yeah.
Oof. That hurt Emrakul.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Not what you want here. We definitely want the other side of the piece here. I guess the double hat with this deck is if we go up against Mill, it's basically a buy.
Yeah, so you'll have a bunch of CMC and Cautious Hideous Laughter will not do much here, so. Okay, so Young Dingo found Wrath of the Skies mana. I'm curious if he'll do it here. I personally would. He has no mana. He has no energy left. But I'm tempted to just kill those talismans.
Well, yeah, we can do this for 5. We get 1 mana after everything gets cleaned up because that means everything CMC 5 or less, or 1. It'll be 4 or less because we'll use 4 energy. Will be used. Then we've got Subtlety. Then we've got Force Negation, and we've got Solitude, which we all know don't actually need mana to cast them. Yes,
they are free. But unlike Dingo, we know Jim's hand and we know how important mana is. So. He's going for it. Yeah, he's gonna
I think he's deciding right now, does he want to do it for 2 and just get rid of the 2 talismans? Or does he want to do it for 4 and take out the creature? Or does he want to do it for 5, completely tap out and gain a little bit of energy moving forward, but decides not to do any of it?
Respecting Jim's full grip, which I understand. I respect that. Jim has like 6 cards in hand, so...
You can also just go end of turn, Solitude, get rid of the creature and start attacking for free lifelink every turn, which is going to get you out of that bubble, so to speak.
Absolutely.
I think we've got to do something at this point. We can't just sit back and do nothing here. And I think double white getting tapped here means Solitude's going to get cast. That means free life is going to be gained for Jim Davis. But more importantly, Dingo gets to untap with a lifelink creature on the battlefield.
This also opens up Jim's Devour Destiny, so now Jim will have a target for Solitude. So, yeah, that's also good for Jim as well. So we saw Drew turn the narrative, which drew another land that turn, yeah. Do you know what the blue land does? The legendary land?
Untap target legendary permanent. Basically, it says untap the 1 ring, and then you can use it again in the same turn. It's disgusting.
Gotcha. That's sweet. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to fire this off for 2, just to get reduce the mana a little bit on the other side. It's not going to hurt it too much. You're still going to have 7 mana on the battlefield, which is enough to cast the sowing that we just drew for this turn. But maybe we go for a Destiny. It's going to be interesting to see what Jim does here.
I would sowing here. Just keep going. Keep going. Thin the deck out. Ramp up. Blow up the untap land. The ring land you said. That sounds miserable to play against, so...
I think right now that's like the one card Dingo is digging for. If he can hit the ring here, that's going to be huge. He'll be able to pull away this game because there's not very many good answers on the other side. All his dust doesn't touch it. The Destiny doesn't touch it. Basically, only Emrakul can deal with it. And Emrakul's not that good after you played the ring on that turn. We know how powerful it can be. I think we might be using a subtlety here. Yeah, hard cast subtlety. You know the shields are down because Jim has tapped out, so there's not realistically going to be any big follow-up plays here.
He's doing it with the search trigger on the stack, so if Jim puts it on top, he will still lose it if he gets a land. So this is a pretty good play as well. It makes sure that the Mega Spawn doesn't go on top if you do in response to the search trigger. So
yeah, it's good sequencing. So here comes... How many Surveil lands have we got over on this side of the deck? Let me have a little look. We've got 1...
Jim has 6, 7, 8, 9 mana for Eldrazi spells. We're getting up there. So
I was seeing how many Surveil lands Dingo's got right now. It looks like
I was counting the mana for the Eldrazi spells.
For the hard cast, Emrakul. I'm down for it. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
Lands to the graveyard. We do have enough cards in the graveyard to get Flage back if we need to, though. Discharge is what we drew for the turn. Not ideal right now. Might be a use for it later on. I think we're just going to move to combat and get our 6 points while we can.
Get that damage in. He's gonna force Jim to just devour. It's uncountable. It exiles something for sure. Probably exiles the flyer.
Yeah, we're going to get the Flage back, it looks here. So
yeah.
Flage...
Yeah,
I imagine Dingo must know at least one of these. One of these was in the opening hand for Jim, and it does have an effect while it is in your opening hand. Gets to look at the top 4 cards, put 1 and back, put 3 into exile. So maybe with full knowledge of that coming, is happy to play it out.
Yeah, I think Jim has to go for Devour, not All's Dust. Yep. Yep. Good call. Exile the Titan.
Flage gone. Flage, by the way, such a good card. Such a good card.
Yeah, it didn't appear that good when we first saw it, but the fact that it affects the battlefield and gains you just instead of the hand is just very, very subtly powerful.
Okay, I like how you did that subtlety.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, counterspell drawn, not ideal in the face of a Cavern of Souls on the other side. We're going to start off with an Ancient Stirrings that we drew for the turn. So we get to look at the top 5, put a colorless permanent into our hand, which in this deck is pretty powerful. You can pick lands, creatures, and spells because most of them, if not all of them, are colorless.
We can't get through the breach.
Can't get through the breach, no.
But that's okay. Everything else is good game.
Arguably, that's the one Jim wants right now.
Yes.
Would be pretty.
6, 7, 8, 9. Also, Ulamog. I think we can cast Ulamog now. Right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can cast Ulamog if we find him.
Have we got 10 mana? Yeah, we got 10. Okay.
Yeah.
And that card in itself is a beat stick. So it looks like we just found a Grove of the Burn Willows. Don't see it too much anymore, but again, another land that can produce colorless mana as well as green or red if needs be. Here comes another Destiny. That's going to get the subtlety out of it, get that flyer gone and dusted. I think it's in a weird situation here. He'd love to subtlety this, but all Jim's going to do is put it back on top, and you're going to have to deal with the same thing again next turn. So,
yeah, I think we just have to Solitude here. I don't know if I like this attack personally, but
no, I don't mind it. I don't mind this. We're saying we are at 8, but then the only thing that Dingo can really have is either multiple Galvanic discharges or another subtlety. And if he uses a subtlety, I'm gaining 6 life anyway.
I see. Or Solitude, yeah. If you use Solitude,
Solitude. There's so many free spells, creatures, elementals. Just obviously had the reprint in MH3 as well.
Ooh, a lot of counter magic there.
Well, if we use the All is Dust through the Cavern of Souls.
Only creatures.
Okay,
only creature spells.
Just making sure. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
How does Cosmic Wolf Run work here?
Now we're going to cast All is Dust here, try to resolve that. It's going to get countered by one of the counter spells.
Yep, counter spell's going to take that one out. Have you got a specific art of counter spell that you use?
I like just the full art. It is the
MH2 one?
I think so, yeah. Just the full art counter spell.
Yeah, that's a nice pretty one. I like that one as well.
I don't like foils, but I really like the full art cards or extended frame. Those have grown on me.
I'm down for that. I like that as well.
Oh, beatdown.
Chat.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, get chat to tell me what their favorite counter spell art is. It tells a lot about the person when they tell you what art they like on counter spell. We're going to go a card deeper. 2 more energy added. We find ourselves a Hallowed Fountain. That's not ideal.
I like the Cell TOT because if Dingo draws a Flage, he can just kill Jim.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, Flage would have been GG here. Still haven't found any copies of the One Ring yet, and we're almost halfway through our deck. Let me just make sure that they are in there. Yeah,
Jim has
4
them too.
copies.
Yeah, they both have them. And Jim's cast Stirrings and hasn't found either. So
yeah, Jim's probably looks at the top 40 cards of his deck at this point.
Yeah. All right, there goes the discharge, killing the Devourer. And Jim is
all is
dead.
If All is Dust is cast here, yeah, I think we're going to have the counter magic, and we're going to see Dingo take this one down.
Crazy.
That is not how I thought this was going to go.
No, Jim just drew terribly there.
It happens, right? Sometimes you play Tron, sometimes you just draw the mana side of your deck, and these control decks, if they're 1-for-1 kind of blocking it, it is going to, it's not going to pay off for you. But that means that Young Dingo is going to be 1 game up, but we get to go to sideboards, and we spoke about how good Young Dingo's sideboard is for this matchup. So let's have a look at his deck list over on Young Dingo's side and see what he could be bringing in here. What do you like?
I like a number of memories here. I don't know if it'll bring all 4, because it doesn't counter through the reach, but it does counter Jim's Fair Game, which I like a lot. Invert Polarity, I'm not a fan of here, because Jim isn't really casting the draws it, he's just going to put them in play. So yeah, I like the memories and Drannith Magistrate. That's outside the game. Spells outside the game can be cast. So
yeah, this isn't the matchup for it. That's for like the energy decks and.
So we know he's cutting some number of probably Wrath of Skies, some number of them, and bringing maybe a couple consigned memories. But I think that's it.
So it is open deck list. So we do, Dingo will be understand how many Cavern of Souls are in the list for Jim Davis. Just the 1 copy. So maybe we'll keep in some of these counter magic. I do want to talk about this in better priority. Might not be great in this matchup, but I want them to come in purely because I want to see Dingo steal a big. I want him to just steal a big Eldrazi and then turn it sideways on the Tron deck. Coverage. That's what we want it for. We want some amazing things like that to happen on this. But looks like they're already starting off, so we don't get to really look at Jim's sideboard. But just a quick look at it there. We've got a couple of Dismembers, a couple of Fort Knots, a couple of Trinispheres, Well Breakers, and Bajuka Bogs.
Wow. So then, so Jim's going for the Fair Game, and Dingo saw that and brought in all the memories. So if I know Jim has Fauna Seers and stuff, then I'm also going for more memories. And you see Jim here is trying to play a fair game. A more fair game.
I was about to say, fair in quotes, does have a land that does tap for 2 mana right now.
Yeah. A more fair one.
Okay, Surveil Land off our fetch. We like the card on top, so we're going to draw it. It is the One Ring, so that we've at least found one of them right now. Okay, next.
Art.
I was about to say, next question. What's your favorite art of the One Ring?
That one.
Okay,
the one Dingo has. The Scrolls one, yeah.
Yeah, scroll version. I have my Orcish Bowmasters in that one. I've got the Justine Jones One Ring arts, the ones that are really hard to read. That's the arts I have.
Are those the Secret Lair ones? The ones that are like kind of like wild? Let's say
Yeah. They're crazy. They're crazy. The showcase ones. I think they're called the poster ones or something along those lines. As we are going to get our first Eldrazi spell cast, it looks like it is going to be Kozilek's Command.
That is a big one. That's mana. I imagine mana is going to be Scry X and draw one.
It's not resolving.
Counter.
Oh, beautiful.
Dingo has 4 of these. Yes, this is going to be brutal.
So what's the reason in there behind using that over counterspell? As in straight up counterspell? I
think just to hold up, because counterspell hits anything, right? And memory is forced to hit a colorless spells here. So, oh wow, and Dingo here can memory and replicate it and counter both of these triggers.
That's so beautiful. I was about to say, it's a cash trigger from Worldbreaker. I haven't seen this card in a long time, but it is kind of popping up a little bit more now in Modern because it can recur it back out the graveyard. But yeah, Dingo's going to do exactly what you said here. So talk me through this exact line that's happening.
So, Consigned Memory has the ability called Replicate. To be cast, you can pay additional mana. Each time you do it, it will copy itself. So it's the way to get through Chalice of the Void. And it counters. It's going to counter the colorless spell and counter triggered ability, which is the Land Destroy and the Water Breaker. Dingo here drew a land, which is fantastic. I imagine. Do you think he'll go for the One Ring here?
How much mana have we got on the other side?
He can. I don't think he can.
5, 6. I think I would go for it because also it's going to turn off this Fortnite series as well. Like, what's the worst that could happen? The only thing that can happen,
breach, right?
Is I'm about to say is breach. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make you have it.
Okay. Dingo agrees with you.
Shit, that doesn't mean it's right, but like I think I like to play a little bit risky. I think One Ring is the big house card in this matchup. Whoever can get this on the battlefield first is going to be really, really advantaged.
I agree.
Over on the other side, we're going for more lands.
And we're getting mighty close to the Ulamog. I think I got Cavernous Souls here.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think that's what I would be getting.
Yeah.
It's such a key card in this matchup. But no, Jim's going to go for another Eldrazi Temple. Likes the extra mana.
All right. I mean, it gives us Ulamog.
This is what I mean about the One Ring. Is it's fine you doing this like 1-for-1 kind of back and forth. That's going to favour young Dingo because he's drawing extra cards every single turn. But Jim on the other side doesn't have a way. Once we deal with these threats, every land is a dead draw. Every threat that's drawn, there's now an answer for it. It's going to get a lot harder for Jim to be able to pull his way in this matchup and Dingo to
hear
pull
me
away
out
with it.
Hear me out. What if Jim just eats half his library, then he can't draw any more cards?
Look, that's why we got you in the booth for that big brain of yours, my friend. There's a line that I like the risk. Let's say I like the risk of it.
I'm not sure I like the mill plan against the One Ring, but
this is one of the good things right now is Well Breakers in the graveyard. For 3 mana, we can get it out of the graveyard. It's going to cost us one of our lands, but of course we've got loads of mana anyway, so that's fine. I think, yeah, Jim, you can't use the Eldrazi mana for it. You've got to use the 1, but it doesn't matter. We've still got the 3.
Yeah, we want to get rid of that ring.
And this is ideal, right? This is exactly what Jim wants to be doing because it's a recurring threat every turn that also is going to be dealing with a permanent on the other side unless Dingo's got more ways to stop it with more, a few more memories in hand, which we know he doesn't have.
Dingo's thinking about killing this. He does.
Yeah, well, remember, our life total is a resource now of the One Ring on the battlefield, so we need to keep that as high as we possibly can.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Brain Surge is interesting, this list.
Yeah, I think he's trying it out for this tournament specifically. Haven't seen it used too much to this point, but I don't hate it. It is a cool card.
It is cool. It is very cool. I'll agree with that.
Not as cool as a Well Breaker, a 5/7 that destroys lands when you cast it. That's pretty cool as well.
I think Exiles, right?
Oh, yes. yeah, Exiles. Yeah, sorry.
Wait, wow, Jim chose to hit a land, I believe, instead of the ring, which is interesting.
That is interesting. Maybe Jim wasn't fully aware of that, or maybe there's a decision. There's got to be a reason behind this. Maybe he thinks you can draw all the cards you want, if I can keep hitting your lands down and pressure your life total a lot, early on, maybe then I'm gonna utilize this one ring being pretty bad for you.
Interesting. It's an interesting line, especially versus Solitude, because we know Dingo can just exile the World Breaker, but okay. I mean, hey.
Let's see how it pans out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
got a game
sure.
plan. Jim Davis, genuinely one of the best players in the world at the minute. He's always a staple on some of the big teams, always at the Pro Tour. Again, like yourself, one of the biggest streamers we have in Magic the Gathering, always putting out amazing content. And currently right now is 2-0 in this tournament, the MTGO Creator Showdown. But it is a game down, so it does have to pull 2 back on the bounce to take this one down on the bounce to a 3-0 record.
Yeah, Jim's great people. We used to play together on the circuit, and I remember the first time I met him, he was like, one of the first times, he was like, hey, do you have any Goblin cards? I need some Goblin cards for Lacey. So I know Jim as the Goblin man. He's the Goblin champion, Goblin king.
Yeah, he's built a good reputation on that. You know what I mean? I love to see it. Goblins are one of my favorite card types that we have in Magic the Gathering these days. It's only second to Slivers. Slivers is my favorite creature type. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That one is sweet.
We do need some more wizards. Please print some more. I used to love that in the core sets. I was like, oh, we might get Slivers and be able to do it. But I think we've got 10 mana because we are clicking on this Ulamog.
Exile half the library.
Subtlety in hand. So it's probably not gonna resolve, but the trigger's gonna happen nonetheless. Turning 37 cards down to quick math about 17, 18 cards.
If he subtleties it though, Jim puts it back on top and exiles another half. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. And now we're seeing that the other side of the dynamic. Jim's threats are sticking and resolving. This counter magic on the other side isn't doing too much. Everything with these cash triggers is taking effect of his deck. Only 17 cards left in it. This is impressive. This is so impressive. I was half joking about the mill plan, but like it's happening.
It feels like Jim's basically just kicking the door down. It's not like finessing anything. It's just pure brute force going for that end step. 3 life lost from the 1 ring because it is tempting us. It is teasing us with its power and the greed of it. Do we want to be drawing more cards? We did find another 1 ring, so we can reset the one on the battlefield if needs be. But we would have to tap out for it.
I wonder if those fetches are dead for Dingo.
Oh yeah,
he's lost like a lot of his library. 16 cards left.
Doesn't even have enough cards to win the game. That's the other one. There is a Flage in the graveyard, I must say.
Right, but do we have a plains? We might. Let's see. Or white source.
I'm like literally sat on the edge of my seat ready to see what we fetch here. It might just be a concession. It might just be fetch concession. My deck's not got a lot in it.
I'm curious, yeah. I mean, there we go. We found one.
Okay, we got a white source. It's going to cost us 2 life, though. Ooh. Remember, the ring is at 3. I think we are going to see a big hasty Flage come out of the graveyard, gaining us 6 life. It's not going to be enough to kill the World Breaker on the other side, but it might be enough just to swing this game going into a racing situation because 12 damage is nothing to bat your eyelids at.
No, it's a lot, and Dingo gains 6 back. So, man, Flage again. Look at this thing go. So much damage.
Let's just drop Jim to 5.
That's insane.
Big draw step here for Jim Davis.
Ulamog again.
Another Ulamog.
Well, that one was salted. We knew that was on top because.
Oh yeah, I didn't see if it went top or bottom. Okay, so that's on top. Does that change anything here?
Oh boy. I mean, Dingo must know that he has another Flage somewhere in his deck. I guess it really depends here. Does Ulamog hit the last Flage, or does Dingo draw it with the 1 ring and just kill Jim?
So, this is interesting.
Here we go.
Okay, what I'm thinking here is we don't actually have another red mana.
You brought it in.
Oh, yeah.
Polarity, there it is.
Imagine if we were stealing the Ulamog here, how cool that would be. But listen, I got a line for you. So, we've got a counter spell for it. That's so huge. Wow. That means there's no blocker. Well, that means that we can't attack and apply more pressure on the other side. I was thinking if that resolved, we could attack with our Flage. Flage dies, we can put it back out of our graveyard, but the Arena of Glory is tapped, which means we don't have the double red mana. Only 5 cards left in the library for young Dingo. Can he get across the line?
Whew. I mean, that's enough to draw everything. Dingo's probably just checking to see, is another Flage in my deck? Can I? Oh, he can't draw, actually. He can draw. The ring draws 5 cards right now.
Oh, yeah. Ring's gone, but we do have to gain some life. Oh, my word. Okay, this is
a really, really close match. We don't have enough energy. We have a total of 5 energy. We have 1 one discharge, which doesn't kill the World Breaker.
No. What if we... Oh, no. If we attack, do 3 damage, and then 5 damage, and then the 6 damage goes across. So, yeah, that's lethal, right? The Flage targets the World Breaker for 3 points of damage, and then we finish it off with a discharge before blocks, and then the 6 damage comes across.
Yep.
They found the line. Dingo found the line. We are going to see young Dingo taking this one down 2-0 against the powerful mage, which is Jim Davis.
That was so close. That was so wildly close. That was insane. Oh my god! I thought Jim was, gonna have it there. I thought he's favored, but those games were wild.
And I think Dingo kind of realized that, was like, I'm on the back foot here. I can't play this control matchup. I can't be countering things. I can't be chaining 1 rings. Half my library is gone at this point. I don't even know if I've got cards to win it. I've got 1 Flage in my graveyard. I've got a way to give it haste. We're having a racing situation here, and was able to get the job done. So huge shout out to him, advancing to 3-0. Do we have a backup feature match at all? I'm gonna get asked. They're gonna tell me in my ears momentarily if we do or not. If we don't, then we're going to end up going to a break. But of course, if we do go to a break, that means I'm going to be starting more giveaways, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got lots of giveaways throughout today's show. We've got 120 play point giveaways, and we've also got the beacon giveaway. So make sure you are sticking around in this channel for that. And I'm being told that we are just setting up another feature match here for all you beautiful people at home. So that's good. So while we get that sorted a little bit more, let's kind of break down that matchup and the key points here. We thought game 1 was going to be pretty rough there for Jim, but just a lot of bricks happened, right? Does that happen a lot with Tron in your experience?
It can, but not that bad, I don't think. But in game 2, I think the key point there was when young Dingo decided to tap out for the 1 ring, right? Like I was wondering, like, okay, if he taps out here, he could die from through the Breach Emrakul, right? But he was like you said, he was like, the 1 ring, let me play it. If this gets going, I'm going to win the game. And we saw it. The 1 ring there won the game. It drew so many cards. It kept everything going. So that was the crucial turning point. Was right there. Was the 1 ring. And another turning point was when Jim, I think, cast Worldbreaker and decided to land instead of the 1 ring. I'm curious if Jim had exiled the 1 ring instead, if that would have changed things. I don't know. But that game was intense. I think game 2 had more key points there. Game 1 was just kind of like flailing around. Jim just drew 3 Emrakuls and kind of died to elementals. But game 2 was intense. Yeah,
that game 2 was a lot better than game 1. Game 1 was very a little bit of here, just Jim kind of not enough gap. But game 2 was very back and forth, very interesting. Chat wants to know if it's casual Saturday or not. No. We're in the club.
We're in the club.
It's Saturday. We're out in the club.
Come on now.
You're watching from the club. You know what I mean? This is the sort of club you're going to find me and Ali at, especially here in, I'm going to say London because you're in London these days. So
yeah.
It is what it is. We even
straight from the club.
I'll break down what the chat went like for everybody at home so that wasn't involved in this. Ali, would you like to cast MTGO Cricket Showdown? Yes, Will, I would. That's great. Will, what's going to be the dress code? Ties, my friend. He goes, with tank tops. Deal. Done. Here we are right now, living the dream. It's nice and cool. It's great. Got to watch TSOs for, some slippage that might happen on my side.
Careful there.
It's good. Plus, we'll show off the tat. It's all good. I hope you... I'm being told here that we're ready to go to the game, so let's get down to it for our second feature match here in round 3 of the MTGO Cricket Showdown, which looks like Go to Twin just took down, and maybe, I think that was game 3. Game 2, we'll work on it in a second. They're going to tell me what's happening, which means we get to talk a little bit more about, this event and how good it is. Obviously, we've had Pauper last month. This month is Modern. Next month, I don't know if they've told me what the format is for next month yet. Well, so maybe I'll try and get that information for all you beautiful people at home. But they are playing for a lot of prizes this weekend. That thing is guaranteed. Every month they're playing for the same amount of prizes. They need the same record. It's still 6 rounds. It's still double elimination. Let's see if we can get those prizes up on the screen for everybody to have a look at home for everyone just joining us right now. Ali, talk me through the prizes.
All right, so the prizes for this event are, if you go 4-2, you get sweet digital prizes on your account. You get 500 play points, and you get 50 treasure chests. You can find cards there, play points there, a boat there. You can find whatever you could find Will in there as well. You also get one MH3 regular set, so you get like one of each card from Modern Horizons 3. You finish 5-1, you get $600 ruse. However, if you go 5-0 first and lose the last one, you get extra $150. You know, nice little bonus there, so don't feel as bad. And if you get the 6-0 finish, don't lose at all, you get $1,250. And now with those back to you, what would you buy if you had an extra $1,250, Will?
Oh, I'd buy a tighter top. That's what I'd do. A tighter top and a more sparkly tie. I think that would go down really, really well in this. I mean,
Wow.
told that was our last backup feature match. So what I get to do for all you beautiful people at home is I can start a giveaway. And oh no, I'm being told apparently we are going to get another one of you. Well, while we're waiting for that other one, I'm going to start a giveaway anyway because they gave me the power to do all the giveaways today, ladies and gentlemen. So I think we should do one right now. What words shall we use? Gym Bros? Gym Bros? All right, chat, type the word Gym Bros in the stream right now, and you're going to have a chance of winning 120 play points courtesy of Daybreak Games. I'm going to pick that winner when we go into round 4, so we're going to keep it running all the way through. But, you know, look, we're on theme. We're in the club with Gym Bros. Next, in a minute, we'll have a point. Points where you do so many points. We're going to do press-ups or something. What's that? What's the streamer thing that you call that? Points.
Channel points?
Channel points, that's the one. Yeah, channel point redemption where, you know, 2,000 points. We'll do 2,000 press-ups. I don't know if you're counting or not. It's fine.
How much to twerk?
I'll have to ask the big bosses for that. That's out of my pay grade. I don't know if I could do that, but I'm happy that you could do that though.
I can't do it, but I'm just saying if you want to try it, I'm down to try it. That's all I'm saying.
That's probably the more comical value. It's not in any other reference, just how bad I would be at that. I don't think I've got the
entertainment value. You know,
I'm an old man these days, dude. I'm old now. You know what I mean? I'm
What's old?
close
What's
to
old?
40 now.
Look at this. So I have grays. I'm old too. I think I'm older than you are. How old are you?
I'm 8. I'm 30 plus 8.
Wow, you are a dinosaur. Actually, you are ancient. Never mind. You are the oldest dinosaur I know. I can't believe. Never mind. You're right. You're old.
Jeez, live on chat. Okay. I'm being told that we're gonna end up moving to a break anyway. So we're gonna go to a break, which means by the time that we come back, I'm going to be picking the winner because obviously we've got that giveaway happening right now. Type the word Gym Bros to be in the chance of 120 play points. We've also got later on today not only a bunch more of these play point giveaways, but we've also got the Beacon giveaway where we're giving away one of Beacon's brand new mics. So these are some of the best microphones you can have on the market. We'll be doing this later on. Don't type the word Beacon yet. It'll be wasted. Don't do it. Gym Bros is the word you need to type in, not Beacon. And you'll get, but that means you've got to stick around a little bit longer. That's what we do there. We throw you that bait, wheel you in a little bit long. But, we're only in round number 3 right now. So when we're going to go away, have a break, come back for round 4. We'll see you then. Don't go anywhere. for money. But
We're
you're
back.
joining us here in round number 4 of the Showdown, where we're bringing you 64 of your favorite content creators, battling them out against each other in 6 rounds of Magic, double elimination. So once they get those 2 losses, they are out of here. See you next time. And they're battling out for some really cool prizes. So let's have a look at what they're battling out for. And Ali, talk me through these prizes.
Everyone here is battling for $1 million and a chance to go on a date with Will.
Let's go.
Oh, no. Nobody wants that. I'm kidding.
Whoa.
Except me. All right, so if you go 4 and 2, you'll get digital prizes on your Magic Online account, 500 play points, and 50 treasure chests. And again, in those chests, you can find play points, cards, again, even a bow, anything. You also get 1 Modern Horizons 3 regular set, so that's 1 of each card from Modern Horizons 3. If you go 5 and 1, you get $600, but you will get $750 if you go start 5-0. So you start 5-0 and lose the last one. It sucks, but you know what? Here's an extra $150. All right, can't be that bad. Then if you go 6-0, you get the grand prize for today, which is $1,250.
That is enough to take me out on a date, just so in case anyone's wondering out there. You know, I'm happy with that. I'll take that.
I mean, how much does it cost to take you on a date? How much? Is it $1,250?
Yeah, it's up there. You know, it'd pay for like the top of another sleeve or something, maybe. You know, I mean, have a little tattoo date. I'm down for that.
You're expensive. All right.
I am expensive. I just say everyone's aware. I am very expensive. But
yeah,
do you know what else?
I'm $20. $20 from me, you got me. That's all I need.
Come on, dude. You live in England now. It's £20. Pounds.
Oh, sorry.
We don't do bucks over here. It's pounds.
20 quid. Excuse me, 20 quid.
20 quid, mate. That's exactly what it is. You got to go all in London on it. All right. But we've got something really cool to talk about. Something exclusive, which is coming to MTGO. And this is for the first time. It is, you know, and I know this is going to make a lot of people happy. So I'm going to read it word for word to make sure that, you know, I don't mess any of this up. If you ever wanted to battle out on the most competitive frontier of Commander's multiverse? If so, get ready for the debut of Dual Commander format coming to Magic Online. I'm going to say that line one more time. Get ready for the debut of the Dual Commander format coming to Magic Online. With thousands of fans around the world, including hundreds of players battling out in the French National Dual Commander Championships in Châteauroux, France this weekend, we're excited to bring you the high-powered game mode on MTGO. Featuring the best of 3 matches, starting at 20 life points, and a unique rule set. Dual Commander will bring both a casual room as well as league play. So brew your best 100 card creations and ready to battle starting after downtime on Wednesday, July 24th. So, you know, the next downtime, the next update is coming on MTGO. There is going to be leagues for Dual Commander. That's for the first time. That is exactly. Daybreak have batting this out of the the park. They know what you want, and they're bringing it to all you beautiful people out there. What do you think about that, Ali?
I want to ask. I got the quick question. What is your commander? If you played Commander, do you play Commander?
I've played it a couple of times, not a lot.
Wow.
If I was going to do it, I would go something like, you know, like Sliver Queen.
Sliver Queen. Okay, so Slivers. You told me favorite creature Slivers. All right. That's exciting. So my first one was blue white. Grand Arbiter.
You got to say what the commander is. Blue white.
Grand Arbiter Augustine the Fourth. Okay. Makes all your spells cost 1 more. All mine cost 1 less. Very fair.
Sounds terrible for me, but sure. That means my Soul Ring's going to cost 2 mana now. What's up with that? Why are you doing that to me? Soul Ring's going to be the most broken card in the game, and you're making me pay 2 mana. Makes it very less broken.
Just play Mental Misstep. We used to play Mental Misstep in my pods.
Always got an answer, haven't you? Always got an answer. Okay, well, on that one, we have got a game ready for you all right now. We have got Islands Go At Me and Luna Love battling out in a head-to-head. Looks like we've got the Jeskai Energy deck versus more traditional Tron here. How do you think this is going to go?
I think Luna's favored, I would say. And I just want to say, Luna, you're playing the best deck ever. Rooting for Luna, I have to. This is my jam. So I think Luna's favored overall. Games 2 and 3 gets real rough with invert polarity. Could hurt, but Luna's ability to just play threat after threat that is also hard to counter is huge.
So I guess that means, you know, if you're going to be on Luna's side, I'm going to be going on Island's side. Oh, maybe we had the other way around. Maybe Luna's on the.
My bad. All right. Well, sorry, Luna.
Your statement still holds to me. I think Luna's on the best deck here, and Islands Go Me is going to be on the Tron list. Kind of ramping out. Only one. Have we got Natty Tron? Oh, we've got Tron in hand.
Always.
Oh,
this is normal.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
This is peak game. This is how you become a pro player. This is great. So we play Teferi here and we turn the talisman. But like you said, here it comes. The old 7 mana, and 7 mana is no longer good enough for the old Karn. We are foregoing old Karn, just playing small Karn now instead in the ring. Which I think is fascinating.
Arguably better, but it looks like Luna's going to have the answer here in Force of Negation. We do see this card having an uptick at the minute in Modern. Luna looks like we're playing the full 4 copies. We're coming prepared. I love it.
Alan drew it. Alan going to do another tower, so we have 10 mana next turn. 10 mana, so we can go Karn and get a 6-drop from our sideboard. We have another ring, which is probably the best thing to grab here.
You remember, every ring that gets exiled from one of these Force of Negations Karn can go and get them out of exile. They're not gone for the rest of this game. Karn's got that take for something from exile as well added to it. But just being able to have this much mana early on in the game, it's going to be really uphill battle for Luna to kind of deal with these these threats coming down.
Also, Karn shuts off the ring. If Alan wants to, they can actually animate the talisman to kill Teferi and play a ring this turn as well, which I like. I like plusing here, kill Teferi, play talisman and play ring.
Sign me up. Also, Karn shutting off the one ring on the other side as well. This card is going to do so much in this matchup already. But it looks like we're going to just do this to get our Teferi off the battlefield while adding a 6/6 to it.
I like the line too. I prefer the save that for later, but 6/6s must deal with that now, so this works as well.
Yeah, I think we might end up seeing that Solitude being cast momentarily. Maybe in response to this Fortnite that we just drew for the turn.
Boy.
We can't see the sideboard and what we're tuning up here, but we do have access to this because it is an open deck.
There's Southern Titan. Southern Titan is a good one. We have more rings. We have Trinisphere, which can hurt as well. I personally like Southern Titan or the One Ring here.
See, I'm going greedier. I like Stonebrain. If I take those Phlages out of the deck, you've only got 5 other creatures to win this game.
Well, I personally would like just cast Thanasia first and then minus on Karn, but
I suppose that also makes sense. I like it.
So just so we know, because then if I see Phlage, we'll do that as well.
Remember, both of these players are 3-0. We're in round number 4 of 6 rounds today. Double elimination, so they do have a loss to give, but ideally you want to go undefeated to get that max prize for today. Fortnite's here. Get to draw a card, and then you get to take a card. We've seen that multiple times in the past. Which one of these cards do you think we're going to be taking?
Oh, Force, absolutely. And then that means our ring resolve, which is going to be going to change the game up here.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty back-breaking. And now we get to refill our hand. We've got all the mana. We're just looking for spells to cast at this point. And Cosmic's come out. We already know how good that one can be. We're ramping a little bit more with this Talisman. Yeah, this is everything's coming up really, really well here for Islands Go at me.
I'm telling you, this matchup is heavy favorite for Island Go. Heavily favored for them.
Does that change any? Oh, we don't have any energy. Hold on. We can add 3 energy from the discharge plus 2 energy. We can get everything 5 CMC, but that doesn't do much on this board.
Well, I think what we want to do here is we want to get energy with the Wrath of the Skies and try to Galvanic discharge the Karn to unlock our One Ring, right? So we want to. Okay. Can we do that though?
Yeah. We can go the Skies for 2, which will get rid of both of the talismans on the other side.
I don't think you. I think you use Skies for 1, or 2, and then don't use energy. Then just blast Karn so we can unlock the ring, right? I think the ring is what you need.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't want Tron to get another Karn activation either.
Yeah, because it's up at 4. It means we can go look for that sideboard yet again. And of course, we spoke about all the different options that we can have in that sideboard. We've got Wormcoils, Ballistas, Trinispheres, more One Rings if we need to, Stone Brains. We know the Sundering Titan. We've got the Cityscape Leveler. Maybe even just a Chalice of the Void if we want to, if there's any certain cards that we think we don't want ever resolving happening.
I like personally here, just like you said, we have a One Ring in play. We don't have really any great cards to get from the sideboard with Karn at this point. I'd be tempted just to plus Karn here, just to keep it away from removal and just keep Luna's ring locked out.
Well, we are cashing it in, so it is going to be within range of this back discharge
Okay,
now.
that's fair. Here I might is a good one.
So this is where we're going to see the discharge, right? And then in response, we can each draw 2 cards of the ring.
Ooh, not a response though. Okay.
Interesting.
Well, this Titan's gonna be brutal too. This Titan's gonna. Oh no, still no Titan. Okay. I guess we're respecting the one unknown card.
We know about the subtlety, right? It's the
know about
skies we
subtlety.
don't know about.
Yeah.
So we're going to cast this in response. But then surely I'll just put it back on top of my deck. It feels like it's going to be pretty good. I do want to remind chat there is a giveaway happening right now for 120 play points. We'll be picking the winner as we go into the sideboard. So make sure you type the word Gym Bros, all one word, in the chat to be in a chance of winning 120 play points, courtesy of Daybreak Games.
No, we didn't block here, which I like.
We're down to 8 life. How close are we to just Walking Bliss to win the game?
I mean, we're here.
Oh, we're there already. We've already cashed that in. Okay, got you. Dismember being cast here. Can't use a little bit of our life toll. Gonna get this subtlety off the battlefield.
I really wish we had blown up the Karn. Oh, so we're going for the Karn here, which is and then Island Go me can just here might the ring response before we can activate it.
Yeah, I didn't really like the timing of all that, but it looks like we're going to take it down. So Un's going to be a game up, which means we get to look at both players' deck lists. Let's look at Luna Love's deck first. She is now going to be a game down, so needs to pull 2 back on the bounce. What do you like out of this sideboard? As I'm going to be picking the winner of the giveaway.
All right, here I definitely like both memories. Dampening Sphere is fantastic. Invert Polarity is super solid. Both Obsidian Charmaz. Yeah, so we bring in two Charmaz, 1 Polarity, 2 Consign Memory, and 1 Damping Sphere. This is a great way to slow down the Tron deck while also applying some pressure. Charmaz is just brutal against these decks, especially if you're able to chain them against Tron. The cards here that I'll probably end up shaving in the mirror match are Teferi isn't that strong here. Supreme Verdict also isn't great. Wrath is also, man, you have so many bad cards, honestly.
Yeah. Do you think that's a reason why we're seeing a lot of people kind of bringing Tron at the minute? They just think that people are going to bring a lot of these Jesco control decks, so Tron's going to have a good matchup into them, and we're seeing why, because there's so many dead cards in the main. Yeah,
I think Tron is very good versus these more control decks, but Tron is very bad, very, very bad against Nadu, which is currently banned in this event. So there's no Nadu, so Tron looks like it's back on the menu. So
let's jump across and have a little look at Islands Go Me deck. This is the Tron list, and one of the advantages of playing this list is you don't really have to sideboard, right? Because you've got the 4 cards, so your whole sideboard in this case is just 15 one-ofs.
Yeah. The only time you sideboard is like sometimes you might sideboard against aggro to bring in, like, maybe you want Oblivion Stone because you just have to draw it. Here, I don't think you really want anything. You could I think you just keep everything, honestly. Keeping the sideboard and just wish for it. There's nothing here that you really need to bring in, especially since this Angami is actually all one of. Sometimes you'll see some 1 mana green spells like Force Negation, or not Force Negation, Force of Vigor, or the Exile one. But here we see just literally all one-ofs, and they're all Karn targets, so.
Sweet, okay, got you. Well, I'm trying to think what's different from this list to the one that we've just seen. It looks like we've got the old-fashioned Udamogs in this deck. Is the reason why we're going to use those over the old 10-mana ones?
Yeah, I think the old one is just better, right? So I'll just...
We sort of do a lot of work for Jim in the last one, but I suppose not enough. Being able to cast a 10 drop and get rid of 2 opponents on the spot might just, maybe that is just better, and you're correct.
And here's the Tron. We have Tron online. We have a power plant. We have tower. Ongo same has Tron if this resolves. But Luna does have the Charma. We'll be in time.
Do we call it Natty Tron when there's an expedition map involved? As in, like,
no,
in hand, or is it just...
No? No, I think Tron is just like what happened in game 1.
Okay. I'll let you off. It still feels like it when you play against it. Let's put it that way. It's still pretty rough.
Oh, fair enough.
But we do have the Chainmaw on the other side, but no red mana to go with it, so we can't. I lied. We've got the bluffs.
Yeah, the bluff does help.
Oh, it literally bluffed me in that instance. I was like, oh, actually,
this card is so good versus Tron. Oh, we're not doing that though.
Well, it's only reduced by. No, we can cast it this turn.
We could, yeah.
Interesting.
I would have cast it there, I think, but
we do have counter magic up. I suppose maybe we were trying to, wait for the map to get cashed in so they get the third piece, and now we're guaranteed to be able to take out one of these key pieces on the other side, and maybe we knock them off Tron.
I like Alan Go same respecting all the mana. They don't cast Karn here or anything else. They just cast Talisman and hold up the K command here.
Yeah. Okay, man, we know how good it is. It's kind of normally when you play against Tron and they pass a turn, you're okay, they don't have anything to play this turn, but being able to have an instant speed way to not only gain card advantage but also ramp, have a kill spell, these are really, really key pieces. A cool addition to these decks. As now we see Charm will come down for just 2 mana to add, and it's going to get rid of that mine that's already tapped.
Luna's actually. It's really smart here to get the mine. The reason being is because whatever Tron tutors last is the one that they are definitely missing, right? So it's very important. It's usually people will go to tower, but the fact that Island Go same tutored for mine could mean the mine on the tower, but they do not have mine in their hand. So going for the mine here is very, 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 very good and very smart.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Is there a specific land that we should be going for? So, the rule of thumb is the last one they search for.
Correct.
Is the one they don't have, so that's the one they're going to use. And now we're going to see a little bit of counter magic going on here. Dismember. We got a stack going on. I love it.
Yeah, I think we'll let this resolve. It's fine. Okay, but now we see Ango same just sent back. Ooh, that was a good draw.
I say
on us here.
Do you like to go Khan here or Fortnite here?
I like Thanaseer just because of Thanaseer can be actually no, I'm wrong. Thanaseer can be force negation, which is why I'd want Thanaseer. It didn't matter though. Luna had subtlety, so it's both.
Does draw force negation for the turn. Does have that mystical dispute, which obviously normally is good against blue decks, but in this instant it's just a 3 mana, make your opponent pay 3. So could counter something like a Fortnite Seer, which I imagine we're going to see fired off right now.
Right. We see this though because Luna's is so desperate. Like Luna has so many dead cards in their deck that they are very desperate just to have something to try to slow down Tron.
Okay, question: do we fire off the Flage now? We've got enough mana to get it back out of the graveyard, but shields would be down.
You cannot. No, you can't. You have to hold up the force negation. Unfortunately.
And this is she is not going to like to see this from Islands Go same as we get to take out. Oh no, we don't have enough to kick it here, do we? Because we don't have it.
No, because it's mine though, which is we have Tron online again. So
yeah. That's the key bit of it, right? Like the kicker, that's great when you can take out one of your opponent's lands, but realistically, just being able to ramp and give us back Tron again now means that our mana's just gone from 3 up to 8 for the turn, as now we're casting this Flage.
This is very rough for Luna. I can see this matchup is extremely hard.
Yeah, it's not getting any easier. I promise you that.
No.
Here comes World Breaker. This is going to be able to take out one of those lands as well. Do you think we take off white here, or do you like the filter land?
I take filter land, I think, here. Just, I guess you take white for Solitude, which is legit.
But I'm trying to think, like, is there anything a fetch wouldn't get? Because there's a Flage in the graveyard, which we imagine is the play next turn. But
yeah, I like bluffs here, but I think there's also getting white matters for Solitude, but it's also setting back to 3 mana and then just getting the bluff, I think, is correct. Ooh, that is a rough draw. Unfortunate.
Yeah, 1 ring. We know how good that is, and realistically could be the deal breaker to get Luna back into this matchup. But with only 3 lands, not being able to cast it, just has to pass the turn back. We might see that Solitude being cast.
Yeah, that's brutal. So Mega Spawn's gonna kill a land here and then, ramp on Island Go same. This is not where you want to be at all, especially missing land drops. So
Solitude's great there because it does exile the Worldbreaker, so we can't get it back out of the graveyard. But what's not great is the fact that we're going to be able to destroy another land and go to up another land for ourselves, which, if it's the right land, we might even be able to add another 6/6 to the battlefield. See what we're going to get here. Tower's the one that's popping up in my head. We're just going to get another tower for another 3 points, another 3 mana, but we'll see where we want to go with it.
I think you either want to get temple or double up on your temple. Temple's safer in case I guess well, Ango Same did kill the bluff, so there's no more Charmoth threat. So honestly, it doesn't matter at this point. Ango Same could just get nothing, and I think this game's over.
Here comes another Urza's Mine for the turn. Yeah, we've got all the mana we want. We've got all the creatures. Luna really needs to hit runner lands to be in with a chance of staying in the game. Of course, a game down already. This could just be a nice clean 2-0 victory for Islands Go Same.
Yes, Luna definitely needs land one ring. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, the writing's on the wall at that point. You definitely have to hit land, otherwise it's going to be a bit of a hard time for you. But on that one, it looks like we're going to be coming back to the booth. A nice queen victory there. So we're going to see at least one Tron deck 4-0. Once you're 4-0, you know you're in the prizes. Even if you lose the next two, you know you've got some cool prizes coming your way, courtesy of course, Daybreak Games, and bringing on this amazing show, which is the MTGO Creator Showdown. So while we work to get another feature match up and ready to go, I think we should just start another giveaway. What do you think? Should we do another giveaway?
Let's do it. Yes.
Okay. Well, because we've got Dual Commander, we just announced that is now coming to MTGO. Let's just have the keyword Dual. So, chat. Type the word Dual in our chat on this Twitch stream to be in with a chance of winning 120 play points courtesy of Daybreak Games. Of course, we'll get them put on your account. You can take yourself after the 24th of July. You can go and play some Dual Commander, or you can try and play some awesome Modern like everybody is bringing today. Ali, if you're playing today, battling out amongst 64 other creators, what deck would you be bringing?
I would bring play points to buy chests, then open the chests for the tournament.
No, what deck would you play to play in this tournament?
I know, I was thinking of a bad joke. Actually, I think the best deck, again, we talked about earlier, or the best known deck is going to be Necrodominance. I think I'd bring in Prison Tron here, because this deck, I think it was a newer deck from the new set, be able to like Chalice turn 1 and turn Sphere turn 2, but it just died to Nadu. I think Nadu being gone, I would also brought in Prison Tron. I know, Will, you hate it, but
I'm actually having a look to see what decks are doing well currently. It looks like we've got some Ruby Storm doing well. Looks like we've got some blue black, and looks like what we're going to be jumping into here. So while I get these deck lists up, in fact, we might actually just have the matchup that I just said. It looks like we're going to have Ruby Storm versus this like blue black aggro tempo deck. I'm not entirely sure what we'd be calling it, but more importantly, it's got things like Psychic Frog in the deck, which is one of my favorite cards from MH3.
Yeah, that card is just sick. Honestly, Psychic Frog is it's just a cool card, right? Yeah. And very reminiscent of Sectog, which is when I started playing Magic. So
nice little throwback to you. We also have the Necrogoyf in this deck list. Obviously, putting cards in our graveyard's great. So we're going to have some sort of some copies of Murktide Regent. We've got this Orcish Bowmaster on the battlefield, and this definitely looks like a sideboard card. Maybe not a main deck card, but a Harbinger of the Seas.
That is brutal too. Harbinger of the Seas is at least the Megamax of the Moon lets you bolt it, but there's no clear answer with blue mana to kill the Harbinger outside Dismember. So
I'm having a look at the deck list here. There are 0 copies of Lightning Bolt. We do have a couple of Flame Slashers in the board. Of course, most of our spells well, in fact, all of our spells in the main pretty much are all red mana, and we've got Mana Morphoses as well if we need to kind of filter to any of our sideboard cards. So it's not. Well, in fact, it is a bit all doom and gloom.
No, we can't. Yeah, because this is the blue one. It's not Magus of the Moon. That's what I was saying. Magus of the Moon you can play around because you have bolts, Metamorphose, but the blue one you can't do anything. Like you can just
literally nothing.
Yeah. Islands are much worse for these decks than mountains are. So.
Well, there's 3 mountains in the list total, so we need to draw one of them. Potentially, if we do hit one, then we'll be able to kind of go off with some ritual effects. But Over on the other side, so much counter magic as well. It must have a bunch of it in hand.
Well, there's more clock. I mean, we are saying, hey, here's a door. We're closing it very soon.
Extremely soon. Yeah, we're going to be going to sideboards momentarily here, unless there's an almighty top deck of some description.
I think we might.
That's saying it. We don't know if this is game 2 or game 3 yet. We're trying to update the score and what that's going to be. So if we do end up going to a game 3, we'll obviously get those deck lists on the screen for you all at home. Both players off to a flying start.
Bobble makes Nether Goyf a 3/4, which is exactly lethal.
Nevergoyf is such a good card, right? Like we always say that Tarmogoyf is not a card that we see too much, but Nevergoyf, 1 mana, counts just our graveyard. It is great. That looks like that was game 2, and it looks like we're going to have Miria taking that down. I don't know, 2-0, 2-1, something along those lines, but she took it down and is advancing to a 4-0 record, more importantly. So we're in the prizes already at that point, which reminds me that everybody tuning in right now, we do have that giveaway happening. Type the word Duel, because Duel Commander has just been announced on MTGO, coming out next week is the 24th. 2 weeks is the 24th. During that update on the Wednesday, you'll be able to play the 1v1 Duel Commander format. So type the word Duel in chat for being in a chance of winning 120 play points courtesy of Daybreak Games. Back to what you would bring. You think you'd bring the Tron list?
Yeah, more so like like Legacy has the Ancient Tomb decks where we can go turn 1 Soul Land, place Chalice on 1, then Transfer turn 2. Modern didn't really have that ability until Ugin's Labyrinth. So with Ugin's Labyrinth, we can like just mulligan aggressively into a Chalice, do that turn 1, then turn a Sphere. That's what I'll play. The deck is bad versus Nadu, but I think it's pretty good versus the overall field.
Yeah, one thing that you will notice if you're going around all the Twitch channels looking at your favorite creators taking part in today's event, because we did start with 64 of them and we're trying to whittle it down to the final few, that nobody was playing Nardu. Nardu is banned in this tournament. Not in Modern, don't worry. It's still legal at the minute. But in this tournament, Nardu is banned. We don't want people playing that back to back in this one. It's not a great viewers experience, and realistically, it's not a great players experience. First of all, and that's my personal opinion. So we've got rid of it out of this tournament. We are going to have, see what the meta would look like without it. And right now, it looks like there's a lot of Tron and a lot of Jessica control from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, Naru's wings have been clipped. I wonder how good the Necro decks are doing overall.
Yeah, let me have a little look at some of the top standards. So I got down to what, 4th, 6th seed. We've got Boris. Oh no, that looks like Mardu Energy. Then I think
Mardu Energy is the better version of Energy, Aggro Energy. Mardu gives you access to the Orcish Bowmasters, which is massive, and also gives you access to Cthulhian Nightmare, which I love because it allows you to keep the pressure of a Ajani going. Which is huge. And I also like Goblin Bombardment in both lists. I think those decks, energy decks, Boros or Mardu playing Bombardment is just a massive plus to those decks and gives you reach that normally you wouldn't have. So,
right, down 10th at the minute in the standings, 10th place, we've got a 2-1 player on the Necro deck. That's the first one I could find if I go down the ranks. There's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players going into this round 3-0. Obviously that's going to be halved again, so this is not an easy tournament. It is double elimination. Once you get that second loss, you're gone. Come back next month, try and battle out again. Everybody is trying to get themselves 4 wins or better to be in with the prizes. So let's have a little look at what those prizes are going to be. We've got digital prizes as well as cash prizes, because this is a 5k at the end of the day. It's pretty good for, playing a little bit of Magic on a Saturday. You gotta love it.
I love it personally. All right,
so if you go through these.
I got you. So if you go 4 and 2 here, you get digital prizes like we said on your account Magic Online. Let's get 500 play points, and you get 50 treasure chests. And you also get 1 Modern Horizons regular set. So this is a 1 card from every card from Modern Horizons 3. So you'll get all the cards, even Nadu. You. If you go 5 and 1, you get 600 USD. However, if you start 5 and 0 and you lose the last round, there's a little constellation here. You get extra 150, so you get 750. If you have full 6-0, you get the total of 1,250 USD.
Yes, no, but you get to double tap. With double tap, we're making content while making some money, having a great day, playing MTGO, playing Modern. It's great. I mean, we've got a matchup ready to go.
Here we go.
Let's get down to it. Okay, we got the French Hall of Famer Raph Levy here, and it looks like we're up against. I'm going to see if I butcher this name. I apologize. Bugatti, I think.
Bugatti.
Yeah, Baguetti. So it looks like, again, the black-blue, Psychic Frog deck, and up against a... Ooh, let me see if I can get this deck list up. I haven't seen it. It's going to be some sort of control deck, I imagine, because that's what
Philology Archaeologist is interesting.
Oh, it's the Goro's Vengeance list. That's what it's going to be.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, it does make a lot more sense. Now I'm looking at it. Yeah. Super powerful. A lot of pros at the Pro Tour were talking to me about this, saying that this is the deck that they would have picked up in the challenge of playing the PTQ. I think this might even be the one that Kai was able to win on Sunday with to get another qualification for the PT while winning.
He's great. Kai has great people. Great Magic player, and just I don't know. If he's as good, I trust him. So
just absolutely goated. I'm just seeing if I can find the players' deck list here on my side of the screen.
Very good. There's a Murktide coming into play. This guy is first time playing this. I was like, man, this is much better than the black one that was just a 5/5. On top of that, these Murktides just get bigger and bigger the more you exile cards. This is sources from graveyard.
Didn't a new one just get spoiled this week? Like Delve 6, 1 black for a 6/6 with Death Touch and Menace, I think. One is coming out in the next standard set, which is going to be interesting to see how that one goes.
I'll be honest with you. There's so many sets coming out, so many cards being spoiled, revealed. I believe you. You could tell me a 1 mana 7/7 8/8 Delve 2 whatever it is. I'm like, wow, it's fascinating. There's so many cards coming out.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Here we see the Ephemerate winning 2 Atraxas into the graveyard. This could be. Let's see if we have the. Yeah, that's very scary. Let's see if
this is what I like to call force of negation check. If there's a Goro's Vengeance in the hand, and of course, being able to get an Atraxa out, the powerful Phyrexian General. If it does hit the battlefield, I'll remind you of all that text that says on it. I just feel like there's every single time in every format now, whenever cards are getting printed, there's just more and more text on them.
Absolutely. Small creatures have text, big creatures have text. They all have a wall of text. Tainted Indulgence main phase. This is interesting.
Maybe we're looking for another land drop. Don't have a land drop yet for the turn. Maybe we've got some sort of hand destruction. Maybe we want to try and find a grief or something before we do try and fire off for the combo. One of the powers off this card. We do see 2 griefs already in the graveyard though, as well as a Thoughtseize. So there might not be many useful cards left in hand here for Baguetti at the bottom of your screen.
We'll see what Raph finds. Yeah, and Baguetti has a big clock. We have 3 turns at least. Not less. We'll see what else comes up. The Murktide will close the game out very quickly. I'm curious though if that the Indulgence draws 2 and discards 1.
Unless there's 5 CMC types in the graveyard, so we've got 1, 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. So yes, it's just draw 2.
It's just draw 2. So I guess Baguetti's just thinking about countering it because we're waiting for Baguetti if he wants to counter it or it's waiting on him.
I'm looking at the sideboard. We do have a Mystical Dispute. There is a Force Negation. Main deck, there is 2 Spell Pierces, 3 Spell Snares, and 3 Force Negations, as well as we've got Drown and Locks and Counter Spells. So a lot of counter magic floating out in this deck.
Just a pure control.
Yeah,
I respect. There it is. There's a Spell Snare. He was thinking about it. The Spell Snare does counter Goro's Vengeance, so it's like. I guess he's just thinking really hard there. If I don't want to counter that, or do I want to hold it for Vengeance?
Yeah, well, what do we value more, the counter magic part, the card magic part, or the key cards in the deck where we can just get completely blown out if we do see a grief or another Thoughtseize on the other side of the battlefield? Here comes Surveil Land.
Again, these lands are so powerful and so great. Like,
oh, you want to talk about powerful Surveil Lands with the Goro's Vengeance deck? Turn 2 Goro's Vengeance sometimes? It's disgusting.
It is disgusting, you're right. The first time I saw these lands, I was like, I knew they were good. I wasn't sure they're better than the Tri-lands, but now I'm convinced.
So I own all the full art ones in paper, and I just recently found out if you put them all next to each other, they actually spell out a code, because obviously that set was all to do with clues and mystery and detective stuff. If you put them all together, like the left and right side of each card is actually half a letter or a number. When you put them together, it makes a code. It's really cool. Everyone should go do that, or at least go Google it and make sure that I'm not just talking nonsense.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Here comes Ephemerate. That's going to flicker on the Archaeologist. 3 cards going to go to the graveyard. Didn't get a good look at what was added to the hand.
We see Teferi Time Raveler there, which is a backbreaking card if it resolves against control.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Not in the face of it. Well, I suppose if we could resolve it here and bounce the Murktide back, it would be huge. Game-changing, in fact, in this match.
We do see Big Eddie has, what, I think... We can't see the number of cards either. Is it 5 cards? That's 5 cards in the graveyard and 7 cards exiled. We can't see...
5 cards versus 2 cards in hand. So Ralph's got 5 cards. Big Eddie's got 2.
Okay.
Both players are 2-in-1 record. So this is a, everything's on the line. If they lose, they are out of the tournament. They win, and they get to carry on for basically a winning into prizes. As Teferi is on the stack.
There he is. The boy wonder.
Is this going to resolve? 2 cards in hand.
If there's a way to stop it, it's going to happen. There's no indication. Yeah, there we go.
And yet that's going to deal with it. I was looking to see if there's any other cheap counter magic over on Ralph's side. Doesn't look like we've got any in the 75, so we kind of knew that was going to, we're pinning it out there. Do you have the answer? Yes, cool. If you didn't have the answer, well, maybe that could have been game breaking there and then.
If Vigeti can find ways to exile a few instant sorceries, we can just close the game out here.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about Murktides, right? They're great in multiples. Once you've got one on the battlefield, if you can cast a second one, it grows the first one. Even a Psychic Frog that can exile cards from the graveyard, just use the ability to give it flying. Is there anything else in the deck that I'm missing?
The only thing is, they're surgical. Ooh, interesting.
I love it. So why are we firing this off now and not waiting for a point where Ralph kind of targets one of these creatures in the graveyard and try and get a little bit of extra value out of this?
I think the only reason you do is either to see if you can clear the way to kill with Murktide, or if Raphael's playing the Force Negation. Mm-hmm. But maybe Biggetti has lethal and just wants to see what's in the hand so we can attack for lethal, which is what I imagine is probably going to happen.
To know what to play around, because the upside of surgical as well is you do get to look at your opponent's hand and deck, so you can see how they sideboarded throughout the match. Starting off with a Preordain. What do you think about this one coming off the ban list?
I think it's great. I think it's well deserved. I don't think it's very fair. It's just a good card. I'm so glad that they let it off. I wish they'd let more cards off personally, but I'm wondering if Biggetti could have surgicaled his own graveyard and exiled 2 cards the same name, but I don't think we have 2 the same name.
No, that's the first thing I looked at. I was like, did we have lethal if we did it to ourselves? No, we didn't. But we did find another spell we want to cast, it looks like. 1 card in hand. Oh, maybe not.
It could be. No, okay.
Go to combat first. It's, so we've got full knowledge. We know exactly what's in the hand. The only thing that could... we could not know about is potentially a fetch land into a surveil land, which I guess we're going to see end of turn here by Ralph. But the Atraxas out of the graveyard is going to make it hard. That means we've only got. Let's have a little look.
Grizzlebrand. There's Grizzlebrand left, but we also have to be careful. Be careful of Bowmasters because we got a 1 here, so Bowmasters could also kill us. So.
I'm being told that Biggetti is a game up in this as well, so that is currently a 1-0 record. If they're able to take this down with Ralph only at 1 life point, they will be able to advance and knocking Ralph Levy out of this tournament. Big surveil here, looking at the top card of our library. Do we need it? We don't. Priest the graveyard.
Can do that. Yeah, we have no life to pay.
Yeah.
So
that does nothing. That is a blank. So
we have Solitude. We do have Solitude. So we can Goryo's Solitude. So.
We could pitch white card though for it.
Yeah, I was saying there's one in the graveyard, but yeah. Okay, Falaji.
Yeah. I mean, digging.
we got a mill Grizzlebrand and on Goryo's.
Land to
There's
Fairy?
Goryo's. Wait. Psychic Frog and Goryo's Vengeance.
There's nothing.
We take Goryo's, but there's no. Nothing. No,
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
got 1/2 of our combo. We're going to see taking this down, going 3-1, still live in this tournament. Ralph Levy, well, unfortunately, is going to get knocked out of this tournament. Have to come back next month. Obviously, let's be honest. Ralph's a lot better known for the limited format and being a Hall of Famer. Very, very good.
We can't let Ralph win everything. Okay, Ralph is just like, you know what? I want to give other people chances because I want everything, so here you go. It's fine.
He's a nice guy. That's
yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what
very,
he's doing.
very generous, very generous.
He is
very
pretty
powerful
generous.
wizard.
And do you know who else is generous? Daybreak Games, because currently we've got a giveaway happening right now in this channel. Type the word Duel, because Duel Commander is now coming to MTGO, and you're going to be in a chance to win 120 play points. We'll be picking that winner probably when we come back from our break, which I'm going to find out if we've got a break now or if we're going to be able to queue up another match. All you beautiful people watching today, hopefully you're enjoying this, because we do have not only this stream but all your favorite content creators that are still live in this tournament. They're streaming on their relevant platforms as well, so you can see from their point of view and from our point of view. But let's be honest, none of them are going to be better dressed than me and Ali, right?
No, better dressed and in the club.
And in the club.
Also,
indeed.
it's your turn. Your turn to buy drinks. It's on you this time.
Well, I'll go get the drinks in on that one. We're going to have a short break. We'll come back from that break. We'll pick some winners. Me and Ali are going to have some drinks. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you shortly.
Peace.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the MTGO Creator Showdown, where we are in the club, of course, and we're also going into round number 5. And have I ever told you how I've got that really hard, tough guy military job? Well, got myself a nice fancy little cocktail.
Oh, wow. That's very fancy.
It's very fancy. You know, only the best in the club. Because it was my round after, I thought it would splash out on me and you, my friend. It's all good, though. It's all good.
I approve.
Are you enjoying this so far? You having a good time in the club with me?
I love it. Watching Magic, testing with the best, drinking. This is great. This is life.
This is the life. We are living the dream. We hope you all are at home as well. Because there's also a giveaway happening right now. Type the word Jewel in chat to be in the chance of winning 120 play points. Because I'm going to pick the winner for that literally momentarily, however long it takes me to type this word.
How fast can you type?
Not very fast. I'm very dyslexic. Okay, giveaway. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom, that's our winner. If you see your name in chat, congratulations. Whisper me, DM me. I need to take your details. I'm going to pass that to the relevant people. I'm going to get 120 play points put on your account. If you don't see your name, type the word rigged in chat, because of course I picked all these winners before we went live. But that does mean the next giveaway that's going to happen on this channel is going to be for the Beacon microphone. Of course, one of our sponsors of today's show is Beacon. So don't type it yet. When I start the giveaway, this microphone you see on screen is going to be on the line, so you cannot turn off this stream. You need to stay tuned if you want to be in a chance of winning this amazing microphone courtesy of Beacon. Which means we need to go into another match. We're going to go into match number 5. Oh, well, yeah, I suppose it is match number 5 of round number 5. Well, we're going to have... Let me have a look at what deck list we got. It looks like we've got Mardu Energy over on...
and 4-color. Mardu and 4-color, looks like. So 4-color Omnath.
Let's have a little look at Gorzone's deck list and see the exact 75 that we've brought. So this is on the screen for you all here. I haven't seen Obnixilis casting anything other than Pioneer, so really interested to see how good this is in this match in Modern.
So usually the Obnixilis slot is for Goblin Bombardment. I'm curious to see how Obnixilis does here. Very, very interesting. I do like the Black Splash for the energy deck. I think it's worth it. Just honestly, just for Bowmasters, if nothing else. But yeah, so we've seen usually it's the Blacks for Bowmasters and either Nightmare or usually Nightmare, but we see Ob here. So this deck just is aiming to just play a bunch of energy, God of Souls, Slide Pride, and just kill the opponent through aggressive strategies, or just flipping a Johnny real quick. And Johnny's been proven to be, I think, one of the best, if not the best, Planeswalker so far in Modern.
So I'm seeing like nice little synergies here with the Oculus Pride. Obviously, that makes the tokens can generate extra tokens once we've got 10 or more permanents on the battlefield. The one thing that's missing, which we usually see, is going to be Fable the Mirror-Breaker. I think that's the card we're swapping out for these Obnixilis.
Interesting. I also like Bombardment too, so I'm curious to see how Obnixilis does here.
Well, let's have a look on the other side, because on the other side, again, we've got a deck that we don't see too much in Modern these days. We used to see a lot of it. It used to dominate the format. It is 4-color Money Pile, I guess is what it used to be known as, utilizing Leyline in the Binding.
Yes, this is a 4-color Money Pile. We've lost Beanstalk. We do have access to very powerful spells. The newest edition being 6. 6 and Flage, obviously, but 6 is very powerful in this list just because once it comes late enough, you can just start looping the One Ring, and once you loop the One Ring with 6, you get protection every turn. This is great, obviously, for playing against fair decks. You will essentially lock them out.
I didn't even realize that's a thing that we could do. That's disgusting. I kind of want to see that. That's a really, really cool line. And both these players are 4-0, so these changes in these decks in this tournament are going extremely well for them. Why do you think people have moved away from these 5-color lists and these domain lists to utilize things like Leyline's Binding, Prismatic Endings? Is it because Surveil lands are just too good in these triumphs that they're left from the past, or is this just a really good metagame choice?
I think is the biggest thing is just losing the Beanstalk, right? Being able to like just exile Solitude or even Fury or whatever, and just go nuts and keep drawing cards has hurt. And Omnath just doesn't seem that great versus Nadu. Like what are you doing? You're just casting Omnath and just drawing cards where Nadu can just kill you. Because right now the only interaction we see here is like Solitude and Binding, which usually might not be enough. I think Mardu just kind of just makes mid-range piles almost unplayable. So it's nice to see the Mardu's banned and we see this in action. It's so much value. It's so great. Good versus Just Guy. Just good. Any deck looking to grind, this will grind right back against them. So.
Yeah, I think that you actually hit the nail on the head there. It didn't even occur to me. The reason we don't see this too much is because of Mardu. But luckily, in this format, today, this modern for the MTGO Creator Showdown is Mardu free. That we have banned that card. You cannot bring that this week or this month to the tournament. There is, and the beautiful graphic that has been made by the amazing people over at Monkey Bubble. Huge shout out to them for being the production company that we're using for this event. They're absolutely smashing it out of the park. And as we're setting up our round number 5 and our match, we're going to come back to the booth and we're going to just have a little bit more talk about the modern metagame. Without Mardu in it, we thought Necro was going to be the deck that a lot of people would bring, but yet it's not doing too well in today's tournament. Any reason you think too many people bought hate pieces towards it?
I thought Necro was going to be the powerful one too, but apparently, again, with Mardu gone, the mid-range piles are thriving. So I feel like a deck like even like Omnath is a very smart choice and very powerful versus decks playing fair. And we've seen a lot of Just Guy that are also playing fair. So we see people either going way above them, like playing like with Omnath, or decks like going crazy with Tron, with Eldrazi. I think that's what happens when there's not a very powerful combo deck. You can go either a ton of value mid range, or just go above everybody and try to play like Tron or through the breach or something. So,
do you think that Necro's got I say a huge fail rate, but like a larger than I'd want fail rate? As in, there's a lot of 2-for-1s in that deck. There's a lot of cards that you got excess cards in your hands to get a good effect from them. Things like Grief and Soul Spike, etc. If I don't have Necro, does the deck just do nothing? And do you think maybe that's what we're seeing, like the R&D side of that deck being used this week?
I don't think you do nothing, but obviously the games where you have Necro versus the games you don't is like night and day. That's true of like even the old days of Necropons, where the games where you have Necro, you are just a different deck versus the games where you don't. Obviously, the deck can play without Necro, but Necro obviously is what charges. Like that's the reason I'm playing Soul Spike. That's the reason I'm playing March of Wretched Sorrow. It's because we want to find Necro, and they're playing Profane Tutor. But sometimes you just magic happens. You can't find Necro, and you're just playing this mid-range pile that has value, but not as much value as Just Guy or Omnath or Tron or whatever else, right? So. Like you said, Necro is massive, and I'm not sure how much difference it is, but I know it is significant.
Are there any other decks in Modern that kind of got pushed out of the format when MH3 came around, and now like Nardu, as you said, is like beating down a lot of these like the fairer mid-range decks? Are there any other decks we don't see at the minute, which if a Nardu did get banned in Modern, that would see kind of those decks coming back up? We've just seen the Omnath deck, currently 4-0, going to be our feature match this round. Is there any others that you think that you would pop up?
I'm surprised, like if other combo decks don't pop up, like even Yawgmoth or even Amulet Titan. Amulet Titan is a great fast combo deck that maybe Mardu is a little faster or can interact more. I'm surprised we're not seeing more combo like Titan or like Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth is a great creature deck that Mardu has basically replaced because it's just a faster creature combo deck with basically a faster quarter calling combo deck, right? But I'm surprised we haven't seen much Yawgmoth either, because that's a great deck as well.
That's actually what I was playing in MagicCon Amsterdam. Is I played Yawgmoth all weekend long. I believe that you were on Tron that weekend.
Yeah.
We were both playing in the PTQ. I lost my last 2 winnings. How did your game go?
Oh, I got inverted polarity on my Ulamog and my Emrakul, and that was it. We're done. We're done.
Yeah. I'll drink to that, my friend. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Chat's just picking up on for people just tuning in and wondering why are these two? Why are they in the club? Well, we had a little bit of a talk before we came on air tonight. I only want to know what the dress code was. I said we had to wear ties. He said, and tank tops. I said, why not? Bet, let's do it. Let's go to the club. Let's get the drinks in. Let's just have that chilled environment. Hopefully you're at home enjoying this as well. Because this is, let's be honest, I wouldn't do this for anybody, my friend. I'd only do this for you.
Well,
I hope you know that. I
believe in it. And honestly, I appreciate it. This is great. We're partying it up, playing Magic, watching Magic. This is the life.
This is like the pre-show to what I will look like tomorrow if England win the Euros. I will not be in this good a state of making these sentences. But I've been told in my ear that the game is ready to get down to. So we've seen the decks, we've seen the players. Let's get down to the match here. Round number 5 of the Creator Showdown, which is of course 6 rounds total, double elimination. So if the winner of this match goes 5-0, even if they lose that last round, they're going to be with that extra $150, which is a nice thing to have. Doesn't who's on the play? It looks like Dota's on the play from that. Lost a dice roll, waiting for Dota. Maybe we've got Zone's going to be on the play here.
We do have here. We have it's Mardu versus Omnath. So who do you think is favorite here?
Well, look, I'm seeing Obnixless. I want that. I want this to work because I love that Planeswalker. I think it's extremely powerful and doesn't see enough play for how powerful it is, especially in like other formats like Pioneer. But if I can play this in Modern and this is the deck and the shell for it, I am so down to see how this plays out. We do need to swap those hands around though. The hand at the top of your screen is going to be at the bottom and vice versa, but we'll work on that momentarily. Being on the player here is huge as well, and we're seeing that the Pride do a lot of work. 1 toughness, pretty good at when you don't see too many Bowmasters floating around, not too many Ren and 6s floating around. But looking at this hand here, there's 2 Ren and 6 that are coming down next turn.
Exactly, and Ren and 6 is going to keep all that stuff in check. So, but like you said, I'm also very curious about Obnixless. It's seeing play over the Bombardment and over Fable. I'm curious to see why they chose this. We'll see.
Okay, I like this. So we're attacking. First strike is a key word on Pride. So in response, we're going to Bowmaster, get the point of damage on. I love this attack. I love this line, this attack, this block, everything about it. This is great magic.
Got him. Combat tricks.
But, I suppose on the other flip side of this, also we generate a cat token at the end of it. Red and 6, 4 creatures on the battlefield now, all with 1 toughness. But do we have to cash this in? Do we have to take that the Pride off the battlefield ASAP before it goes too wide?
Yeah, and man, this is wild. losing the halfling also means we lost the Flage early. So this is now we see Mixless do its thing.
So I think we send 2 at the Ren 6 here, 1 at face, or do you like all face?
No, I like kill the Planeswalker, cast the Obnixless this turn. I'm interested in. I think we just do double plus with the clock on.
So I want you to talk me through this. This is a unique Planeswalker. It's got a different ability here. It's got casualty. So talk me through what the casualty mechanic is and what we're seeing.
So this Planeswalker has casualty X. So you sacrifice a creature, and then it will basically make a copy on the stack. And that copy will come into play with X counters. If you select like a 1-drop, which we did, we get an Obnixless with one counter, and the copy is non-legendary. So usually when you kill the Obnixless, you really want to kill, if possible, the token. Otherwise, your opponent can just play another Obnixless and casualty and have 3 in play. So it's important to know which one is the copy and which one is not.
And I think we are double plussing, as you said. So that is a 2 points of damage dealt. If we do have a devil on the battlefield, we also get to gain 2 life. But we decided not to tick either of these Obnixluses down, just going for that damage value, meaning that Flage is going to have to get cast here. We do have to shock that in, but we will gain another 3 points of damage as the Lightning Helix effect is going to happen, taking out that copied of Obnixless that you spoke about.
There we go. That's the right one. Take out 2. Oh, okay. So Johnny's the draw here.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's pretty good. So we can't transform a Johnny at the moment, but we don't need to. Yeah, I like attacking here again, just plussing, and then it's curious if we jam a Johnny or do we go another Obnixless?
I kind of like a Johnny and go wide. I'm just looking to see if there's any sweeper effects. Is there anything we have to play around? Do we not have to commit everything to the board? But looking at this deck list, there is no sweepers. Just a lot of efficient 1-for-1 removal. Obviously, Omnath is a key card, and the 1 ring could be coming down this turn. Ending is what
1 ring would be great. Would Drew ending? So this looks rough.
So where'd you point the ending here? Do you point it at the Obnixless, or do you pick a creature?
Yeah, I think you have to point it probably either a Johnny or Obnixless. But Gorzone has another Ob Nixilis, right? So this is not what you want, but that's what you do. You kill the Planeswalker, right?
Well, the backbreaking bit here is we sacrifice a cat, which
Yeah.
means it flips the Ajani as well after
Yeah.
combat damage. This deck is sweet, and I love it. Let's turn everything sideways, get that 5 points of damage in before even more is going to be coming across.
Yep, we need to ping for a lot of damage here. Because now when Ajani transforms, we will control a red permanent, which will be Ob Nixilis. So the 0 will make a token, and also ping for the number of creatures we control, which will go face. So I say ping, but it's much bigger than a ping. It is going to be...
It's going to be a lightning helix, right? Because it also generates, so it'll be 3 damage from that, 2 damage from the first Ob Nixilis, 2 damage from the next Ob Nixilis.
We could minus one Ob Nixilis, but if you want to, but probably not. Oh boy.
Oh, making them have to discard as well. 'Cause I think it would have been lethal if they didn't discard here. This is going to go free to face. Fetch land, it's going to have to find, what, Surveil land, Omnath,
Fetch
into
land?
hitting a fetch land.
Yeah, gain 4, pass, gain 4, but is that even good enough? I don't think it's good enough either, because yeah.
This is my style of Magic, by the way. I love this Mardu mid-range deck. I don't even know if it's an energy deck. This is Mardu mid-range deck. This Ob Nixilis looks sweet. Ajani's looking sweet. Big draw step here. Prismatic ending. That isn't going to do it.
No.
We're going to go into a game 2 momentarily.
I would say it's definitely energy. It's just Mardu energy. We saw a lot of like non-energy cards, like Ob Nixilis and Masters, but definitely energy based, I would say. So it's pretty sick. I was heavily impressed by Ob Nixilis. I want to see what it did, and they showed us. Gorzone showed us what Ob Nixilis did.
Yeah, it looked great. You know, the curve was great. Just everything synergizing. Love to see it. Let's see if we can get that deck list on the screen. The Mardu energy list by Gorzone.
What a sick deck.
I love it. I love it. Here it is. Here's the 75. That's the sideboard. Are there any cards that are going to be good in this matchup that you think should be coming in?
I like the Charmant here. There's not a lot of basics for the Omnath player. So Charmant for sure. Do you? I don't know. Is Vexing Ball maybe? Probably not for Solitude and stuff. But like, I'm that's worth it. Probably not. I would for sure just bring Charmant. Purge, I guess Purge hits Ren 6 and Omnath, bring and the Flage, which is like a card that you know that are annoying. So I would bring in Charmant and some Purges, but not too many cards. I still want to be aggressive. I still want to put pressure on. So wouldn't bring much more than that.
All right, well, Dota is now a game down. Has to win 2 on the bounce. Let's have a little look at their deck list and see what they can bring in to shore this up and take us to a game 3.
So
what do
he
you
has,
like here?
Yeah, 3 Sun Cleansers is massive. I think Sun Cleanser early on will remove all the counters from your opponent, and then they can't get you more energy. So no energy from for Discharge or for like Prison. Imp Raptor no longer gets energy, so you can't like cascade into something else. God of Souls no longer gives you energy. Aether Hub's also turned off. Sun Cleanser is huge. Sun Cleanser also 1/4. So I like Sun Cleanser a lot here. Purge is also solid. Hitting literally almost everything. Black or red, right?
Only a Johnny it doesn't hit, right?
Yeah, only Johnny. So definitely, yeah. But it hits Clip of Johnny, which is the threat. So cleanser and purges.
I'd like to see. Well, these are the opening hands of both players. Dota's going to be on the play on this one though, so you know having that Ren 6 come down a turn earlier could be great. I think we've got a mold to 6 at the bottom of our screen here, but still pretty good 6 in my eyes.
Honestly, I think. Go ahead. I think Dota doesn't play Ren 6 here. I think they play Sun Cleanser. I think that is the card that's going to shut off a lot of cards here.
I'm going to have to ask you the question of layering and how it works in the face of a static prison. But that's a later problem right now. First off, we're going to start with a Surveil land. Probably on both sides, let's be honest. But let's have a little look if we're going to put this in the graveyard or keep it on top. Remember, open deckless tournaments. You do know what is in your opponent's 75 and how they're going to be battling out amongst each other. What do you think about open deckless tournaments?
I think it's great for coverage. I think it's great for people that just don't brew as much, I would say, or tech. I think on decklist also destroy transformational sideboards, which I kind of like as well. Usually you can be like a combo deck and switch into a more aggressive deck. It just destroys the surprise factor. Some people like that, some people don't. I personally, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I do appreciate what it does for coverage.
So mine's basically what you said there. So when I'm playing, I'm not huge on it. I'm an infect player, right? I don't want my opponent to know that I play infect because they're going to keep removal spells in their opening hand. They're going to mulligan until they find them, and that is bad for me. But coverage point of view, it is awesome. We get to see exactly what they've got. We can see how they're going to do it. We can talk about it, and we can inform all you beautiful people watching at home. As it looks like Sun Cleanser is going to be a place. So that is where we're going to put, all our eggs in one basket, so to speak, and turn off the production of energy on the other side. Now, how does this work?
Well, Prizzle gets no energy, but he does have Aether Hub. He has 1 energy. Keep it locked away.
It looks like we do gain energy. It looks like the exile effect happens and then the energy effect happens.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, that's
wow.
I didn't know how that one worked either. I'm not gonna lie to you, but that's the good thing
Okay.
about it online. It's gonna happen. Follow-up play is Ren in 6. That's gonna probably return one of these wooded foothills from the graveyard to our hand. But other than that, and the One Ring, we don't have much else going on.
Mm-hmm. And this Ren in 6 is gonna get eaten by a purge.
Do we even do that this turn? Like, I feel like I just want to get Raptor down. I want to get. I suppose Raptor's then going to die to the Ren in 6. So
yeah, I think we do purge. Just because like you said, if you don't, otherwise Raptor dies to the Ren in 6.
Yeah, well, now I said it out loud, it makes a lot more sense. Get this off the battlefield. Next turn, we've got 2/2 drops in hand, so potentially we can, cast both of them if needs be. But a One Ring is going to come down on the other side, you have to imagine. First, we're going to get our Surveil in. We know how good these cards are. We know that basically every deck should probably run at least one of them in the deck. It is a extra half card at worst.
It's crazy that Dota's hand is essentially all lands in the one ring, but that's fine. The One Ring is so powerful that it doesn't matter.
Like that's enough. That's it.
Yeah,
that's good.
Exactly.
Done.
That is enough.
Comes down. The One Ring that you never actually end up seeing one copy of is going to give us protection from everything until the start of our next turn. And we're going to put a temptation counter on it.
Yep.
Does find a Flage, which you must admit is probably one of the best cards in this matchup.
Yeah, Flage and Omnath are both great outside the One Ring. I like the main phase activation here because it stops us from getting Bowmastered and getting extra counter, so that's also solid. We can see M Raptor. We get to see one of the cheapest Cascade spells essentially ever to see who we hit.
Well, we only revealed 2, so we must have hit something. It's an Ajani off the top.
That's got to be one of the best hits, yeah. Because now we can Ajani the cat if you want and transform Ajani into a Planeswalker.
Yeah, we kind of use that as the protection spell. Use this Bowmaster to kill our own cat token to flip the Ajani in response to a Flage or a Ren in 6 activation, etc. So
now we do we flash on the Bowmasters or do we wait? This is what Gorzon is thinking. Do we want extra trigger off Bowmasters, like 2 of them, or do I wait?
That's interesting. What do you like here? I feel like I'd be greedy enough to fire this off.
I would fire it off. We know that Dota has the Purge, but I'd fire it off now before they do more cards.
So we're going to do this. Go 1 to face.
Yep, and then see what happens after that.
And then it's going to eat that Purge, which means that we don't get to flip our Ajani. Solitude is what we found, as well as 6 off the top.
And there's 6. 6 is the one that can loop the One Ring, and I'm not sure that Gorzon can beat a looped ring.
Well, maybe not even a Flage. Flage is going to come down. That's here. Also good. Do that Lightning Helix effect, so we're going to gain 3 life while doing 3 damage. Ajani is the card we're targeting, so just leaving 5 power left on the battlefield. We draw our own Flage on the other side.
Okay, we also have to be careful though, because we are running out of energy. We have none left. Is that correct? I think Gorzon has none.
You're right. No energy left. I do want to say this is we see the Obnixus is in this deck, and we saw it was used to great effect in game number 1 here. But the downside of taking something like the Mirror Breaker out of your deck is when you get all these redundant lands in your hand, you've got no way of filtering them out and turning them into more cards off the top of your deck. So there is a plus and a negative to having some of these powerful cards in your deck and swapping them out.
Also, our black is turned off. We have no black mana anymore because we have no energy. So these Aether Hubs only tap for colorless, so Obnixus doesn't even do anything at this point.
Another 3 cards deeper, find another Flage, another ring, and another 6.
ring, another 6. Yeah, this looks. We are a 6, but I like just the One Ring. I don't think Gorzone can beat. There's no like Bone Crusher Giant, no Questing Beast. We know that much, though.
I don't know. I think I get the Flage back at the graveyard here.
That's fair. That's true. Yes.
Yeah, go back up to 9. We've also got a 2-drop, so we can potentially get down on the red and 6 if we want to. We've got Flage plus Solitude in case anything crazy is going to happen. We can get another creature off the battlefield.
And we're getting Sun Cleanser as well. Yeah, I forgot. I missed the Flage in the graveyard. But Sun Cleanser also goes back 2, which is another blocker and no more energy. Yeah, this looks like all but wrapped up. And again, this is all because of the One Ring. Dota had One Ring literally and just a bunch of lands. And then just went off with One Ring. What a crazy card.
Yeah, it's extremely good. Looks like we're going to go to discard. We're deciding what do we want to get rid of here. All these cards are great. Looks like 6 because we've got another copy in our hand. Planes off the top. Not what we want to see here. Wrong, sorry. Orcish Bowmaster off the top. Still
even worse. Can't even cast it.
Is it even worse here? How does that work in the face of this One Ring? One Ring is going to do another 3 damage in the upkeep. That means it drops to 6.
We have no black mana. We have no black mana to cast the Bowmasters. Doesn't matter, right?
That is exactly right. And we now can't even gain it if we tried.
Yeah, it's rough.
The wheels are spinning right now, but it looks like we're going to go to a game 3. And I love game 3s of high-level Magic because both these players are 4-0, battling out for that 5-0. So they're in the prizes. But how good is that prize going to be? That is what we're working out in this matchup right now. Because being 5-0 then going to 5-1 is a lot better than being 4-1 then going to 5-1. It's actually an extra 150 biggins in their account at the end of the day.
Yeah, and then they're playing for the $1,250 too. So
yeah, well, that's the grand prize. That's
right.
The big one.
I'm saying the winner plays for that, and if they lose, they get extra 150. So winning here is a pretty big deal in both ways.
Is there a way that we can get back into this? Our life total is still pretty high. We're at 23 life. Omnath is now found, so I'll probably eat the words that I just said out loud about getting back into this game because we know how good Omnath can be. We know how good it is with fetch lands. We can even just gain 4 life here, generate more. That's enough. Scoop it up. Going to be going to a game 3, so we get to look at their sideboards one more time. So they just took down game number 2 there. Let's have a look at Dota's list. This 4-color domain list is what I'm going to go with it. We saw the Celestial Purges come out. We saw the Sun Cleansers come in. Is there anything else you would like here now that we're going to be on the draw, not the play?
Absolutely not. No, just Purges are great. Sun Cleansers are great, and that is it. I think the only thing I don't really like here is Teferis, which I imagine Dota probably cut, especially on the draw. It just seems way too slow. Purgers and Sun Cleansers is what I am going for.
Let's go. Well, let's start. But it looks like both players agreed so quickly that they just clicked submit. No sideboarding needed there as we get back down to the matchup. Now, best 1-drop of all time. What are you saying? I always say it's Ragavan. Obviously, it's on a bit of a downcline at the minute, but this card is so good on the play, especially, and we're going to see it now. Do you think it's better than Jeff Shaman?
So are we doing best 1-drop creature or best 1-drop of all time?
Best 1-drop creature in modern. Let's start with that
modern. All right. It's Deathrite or Shaman. I still think Deathrite is better overall.
Okay, well, it's not legal in modern, so can't do it. But Prismatic Ending off the top, that is a huge pickup there. Being able to have the 1-mana answer to it.
That was huge. Good draw.
Luckily, we do have a backup Ragavan, though, so I imagine that's going to get dashed this turn.
Let's see what we hit.
Kind of the extra mode, so it will generate a treasure token, plus give us the top card of the library, which was just another Prismatic Ending. Ironically, another answer to Ragavan. Ragavan's going to go back to hand. It has ramped us a little bit. It's hard. If we just hit 3 Prismatic Endings in the row, there's one on top that we cast, one that we exile, then we drew another one for the turn.
I mean, perfect. This is magic as we know it. There's Sun Cleanser. Sun Cleanser is going to... Yeah, it's going to hurt. We do, maybe we tried to play Aether Hub over the Plains last turn. but
Sun
We'll
Cleanser
see.
is just a house, right?
against
Like,
I
it's
guess.
literally a 1/4. We can't attack into that or a Ragavan. This Flage can't get it off the battlefield.
Yeah, it is. It is. I wonder if we go Ragavan. Do we go Ragavan on mixless here? And just sacrifice the Ragavan to casualty and just.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it.
I mean, yeah, what else are we going to do, right? We just start going.
It's not like there's a lot of pressure on the other side. Like, attacking one of these Planeswalkers down for one isn't going to do too much in this spot. So yeah, ticking up, do 2 damage, take the other one up, do 2 damage. This is 4 damage a turn with Flage in hand. Cards entering our graveyard. Maybe we can just end up burning out our opponent here. But
So he's looking for that's what Gordon's looking for. Another
Man.
Prismatic Ending. Is that the 4th one? Is that right?
that's 4 in a row on top of that. That's mental.
That's wild.
Where's Frank Carson? I need the stats. What's the odds of that happening on with 53 cards in the deck? That's crazy.
Here's Prismatic Ending. We see either. Okay, so we did hit the actual card. Not that it matters here, but
I think it's because it's got more loyalty. Right? That's
Yes,
the only
yeah.
reason.
yeah. So eighth up is a draw there, which is not very great against Sun Cleanser.
It's a waste. It's a waste.
It is
at this
a
point.
waste. It is literally a waste.
Flage is going to come down. Another 3 to the face. That's going to drop it down to 6. We just need some more cards in our graveyard so we can get it back out next turn. Plains is going to be the one. Is there a way for us to get 2 more cards in our graveyard? Don't think there is just yet, because this Prismatic Ending is going to deal with the copy. And then we're going to go Surveil Land. Because Prismatic Ending exiles, doesn't kill it, doesn't destroy, so it doesn't go to the graveyard, which is good in the face of Flage.
Flage? Is it Flage? How do you say that? Is it Flage?
I say Flage.
Flage, Flage? I have no idea. I'm just the Boros Titan.
Yeah, the other Uro.
There, yeah.
Well, we found another one off the top. Okay. We don't get to sacrifice anything for this, so it's just straight up value of one of them.
Ooh, this is good. I mean, we got to discard the Sun Cleanser here. We need life for the One Ring, so
we know there's no more Prismatic Endings.
Yeah, we're all out of Prismatic Endings.
That's 1+ at this point.
All right,
so you know, you're gonna have 1 card left in hand. It's really good if it's the One Ring.
I mean, that is the one to have.
What's the word in Nixus? Is it target player? No, it's each opponent. So it still can work throughout the One Ring.
Well, protection also counts as a damage. Is it life loss? I think Omnath does damage. If it's damage,
loses 2 life.
Nope, I'm wrong. Then it will go through the One Ring. If it was damage, it would not. But since life loss, it will go through it.
I guess what, we draw a card and discard that card so we don't take any damage.
Ooh.
Solitude was the draw. Now, do we want to discard that one?
I think we might have to. I mostly.
It depends what
this is actually interesting. This is actually an interesting One Ring game because 5 life and more burn. Oh, ooh, baby. Oh, and that, like you said, no, it works.
Well, yeah, it does work.
Oh, well, it's cleanser, but not ring.
Okay, so discard the solitude.
And we gotta cleanse we gotta kill the Sun Cleanser, right?
Yeah, Sun Cleanser. That means we will get the 2 energy. Plus, we can play the Aether Hub in hand.
You get 3 energy.
There's no Fable of the Mirror Breakers in this list. So there's no point keeping the redundant lands in hand to discard later on.
I mean, I guess is it worth to blink the ring for 1 turn? Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, yeah. So we went to blink it for 1 turn. That way, Dota's not drawing 2 cards, and we get to keep the pressure on with up next list. I kind of like this.
And we get to put Chagana to hand as well.
And
okay,
I mean, she might matter.
Okay,
yeah,
we're cooking. Big top deck needed right now.
That is up next list discard.
Yeah, that is what we call fodder. We definitely need something like an Omnath here. Another ring would be great. But we are going to get our ring back in next turn, so we can go 2 card or another card deeper. Sorry.
So we're attacking. So Ragavan is also a good draw here as well. Ooh, that is really good.
Especially when they're getting a ring
back. That is really good.
That's disgusting.
That was a good draw.
Oh, this is Everything's coming up Millhouse right now. By the way, I was told you how much I love this Obnixilus and how much I think it's such a cool card.
Yeah.
This honestly, it looks great.
Gorezone knows what they're doing. They're going Obnixilus, never minus, always up, plus, 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 never going down. Just
there is a problem here though. Like if you could get the read that there's got to be an Orcish Bowmaster that's drawn here. Why would they not cast Giganta?
Yeah.
I think that's what's going through Dota's head right now. Is like, oh, did you really draw an Orcish Bowmaster in this spot? That's so bad for me if you did. So that'd be 1 damage to face, an extra one for the card drawn.
So
plus it generates it. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oof.
I think you have to, right? You just have to draw and hope that you hit an Omnath at some point.
So yes, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you have to. I think you have to as well. Man,
this is close. This is what I mean. I'm like, make him have it.
I think you have to. I think you have to because you need the or even a flash or flage. Like you need something, right? Like, and Omnath drawing Omnath by himself is not good enough. You need also land.
Okay,
but now if you draw Omnath, I think we're going to what, 1 here, or we go 2?
2, I believe. Flage was the draw.
That's a good one. That is a good start. That is an excellent start.
So in the upkeep, we go down to 2.
Yes, then we. Okay, that is actually fantastic. That's
draw for turn. It's a fetch land.
All right, we get to eat the Bowmaster. We go back up to 5. Thing to draw 2 more cards.
I was going to ask, would you go to attack? Say attack with the. Oh, so this is a 2/2. Yeah, they just block with that. That's fine. I was thinking maybe there's a chance we can get the Obnixilus off the battlefield this turn, but
I see.
Doesn't look like it. Having to get that. I guess it's Bowmaster, so then we can use the ring again.
That was a good draw because Omnath even hurts us a little bit if we don't draw because we draw then Bowmaster just shoots us.
But then if we shoot the Orcish Bowmaster, there's a Flage in the graveyard on the other side that can come back out of it. This would be the 5th card type in the graveyard.
That is true.
Oh man, Flage is so good, so good.
I mean, that Bowmaster's okay. So we shoot Bowmasters. We go to 5. Oh my god, this is so. This game is wild. Because if shoot Bowmasters, like you said, it fuels the Flage, and then we're taking 1.
Do we have to hit like a Leyline's Binding? Does that change anything here? We don't have the mana to cast an Omnath anymore. This is a heck of a decision. We're going to go with the Bowmaster. Makes sense because we need to draw more cards to be in with a chance.
And we need to hold this land for Obnixilus. We can't just. Oh, here we go. We can't just.
Wow. We got the Celestial Purge. We can get the Obnixilus off the battlefield, but then we die to the Flage that's in the graveyard because that would do 3 damage to us plus the 2 for the ring.
So we just pass, right? We just pass, discard the land to Obnixilus. We're still dead.
Yeah, like we're just dead
oh
on
my
board,
god!
Right?
Wow, what an insane game!
That was such a cool game, and we saw Obnixilus was great in every single game we saw it cast in. I think 4 copies. It was really well played on both sides, but I just think the way the cards have lined out, we're going to see Gorezone be able to take this one down. Chat asking, did anybody submit Nadu? No. Nadu is completely banned in today's tournament. Not in Modern in general, just in today's tournament here on MTGO Creators Showdown. Ooh, yeah, I think they're going for all the lines in their head. How can I sequence this? What do I need to happen for things to go right? Like, you need a little bit of greed, I suppose, on the other side. Purge, pointing at the Obnixilus.
Maybe if we had flaged the token, then we can't ring. So that's rough.
Yeah, but then we couldn't use the ring. I think we've just been locked out in every angle here.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Mountain was the draw, which basically locks in this Flage being cast out of the graveyard. I imagine those 3 points are going to be going to the face. Dropping Dota down to 2 in that ring. Well, it's got 2 counters on it. So
can we get life? Is it speed? Like, can we draw 3 cards in? There's no helix. Let me see.
Solitude.
Oh, Solitude could do it. Killing our own
Solitude. Get us out of this. We go 3-2.
I don't know. Draw 2 Solitudes.
Because we only draw 1, right? You gain life equal to its power, I believe, and it's only got 1 power.
Maybe if you draw 2 Solitudes, if you draw 3 cards, no, it's not enough either.
It would need to be double Solitude plus white card, I think.
Is that even good enough?
Well, then you can place hardcast Solitude, dealing with the Flayed,
and then pitch.
You can ditch the other one. Yeah,
that's supposed to be. So we have to. We can't fetch. We can't fetch. You just got to untap. And trigger on the stack. Draw 3. Here we go.
Chat's thinking of consign to memory. Consign to memory to target.
Oh man, so close.
We lose 3. Go to 3. We can't target itself.
Oh my god.
No, I don't think.
That's so close. Yeah. No, because we got
lucky.
Good. I mean, good. Played their outs though. That is. Well, that's all you can do. Like you can do, right? We can Solitude. Yeah.
Like my head is in my hand. That was so close. Such a good game, but Gonzo's
by
going
both
to
players.
this
by
one
both
down.
players. Yeah, that was insane. Gorzone again, just going face with that Omnath list, continuing, never minusing, knowing what the game plan is. Like if Gorzone had minused once with the Omnath list, that was 2 more life to work with, and every life mattered. We saw it because it was exact lethal for Gorzone. That was honestly beautifully played on both sides. That was a great match.
Beautiful magic is what you're saying there, and you're seeing it right now. Congratulations to them. They're advancing to a 5-0 record, so they are, 1 game away from winning that top prize. 6-0 record, 1,250 big uns. That's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. But more importantly, right now we've got another feature match for all you beautiful people at home. So let's move straight down to it.
I'm excited. Let's see.
Oh, we're queuing it up. We're getting it ready. There is one coming, but we're queuing it up. Okay, well, while we're in that, we can decide what's been going on this weekend. So today is the Creator Showdown, where we've got 64 of your favorite content creators in Magic the Gathering, all coming together to battle it out in a 6-round tournament. Double elimination. So once they get that second loss, they're gone. They're out of here. But if they can get 4 wins or better, they're going to win some nice, sweet prizes. Let's see if we can get those prizes for all you at home to have a little look at, and Ali's going to talk through it. So we're getting towards the end of the tournament. We're in round 5, only round 6. What sort of prizes are the players going to be looking at that's still in the tournament?
Well, all the players that go 4-2 will get treasure chests and play points into their account. Also get a sheet of the Modern Horizons 3, right? So they'll get the sheet of every single card from Modern Horizons, a singleton one. Mm-hmm. All the ones that go 5-1 will get I believe is it. All right, game.
Sorry, I was midway through taking a sip of my
I
lovely
saw that
cocktail here, because we are in the club after all.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Tron. Alan goes same versus Maria.
Yeah, we've seen Alan go same early on today. Was able to take the W, and Maria absolutely killing it with this. I don't know what we're calling this. It's just like a Demir
mid-range
tempo deck. There's so much counter magic in it, but also so many spells that have got flash in them. We see Orcish Bowmaster and Drown the Lock left up here.
Well, this is I feel like Alan goes same has just picked a pretty good deck choice for this event.
You would say that though.
I mean,
say that.
I see a lot of control. It's good for versus control stuff that does stuff. Even we counter it. So,
well, I'm going to go Team Maria here. I love this deck list. More importantly, because it has got Psychic Frog in it, and I love me some Psychic Frogs.
Oh, Frog is sick. Frog is one that has some of the sweetest art, sweetest flavor. Just a cool card in general.
So how about this? Look, because it's command, because we did it for 1, that means the CMC is going to be free, which means it can be drowned in the locked.
But we can just do it again for 1 again. We have another causeless command in hand, and Temple, like we said earlier, adds Eldrazi mana, and causeless command is an Eldrazi spell, so we can do command for 1 here. Maybe we're debating casting Dismember, but we'll see.
No, I like doing the command here. More importantly, because it exiles, right?
Yes.
Obviously, Nevergoyf is a pesky little creature. Let's say it can come back out of the graveyard, and exiling cards from our graveyard is pretty good in this deck when we start getting things like Murktide's Regents on the battlefield. But by the time everything is done and dusted here,
it is annoying. It is annoying, but I wonder how much does Tron care about a 3/4? At the end of the day, I'm wondering if it would be better to dismember that and then just save it for a massive Well, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
We
matter.
drew a third command. Just nothing matters.
We're going to straight up try and cast this Khan, the Great Creator.
We know Maria's
Looks like
drown. Oh no!
I think I like subtlety here.
Yeah, you're right.
I like
yeah.
subtlety in it. Get a
I
threat on the
forget-
battlefield.
I forget you can just cast these these elementals sometimes, right? You just see them for free, but you can just cast them. So
Yeah, here we go. So we get to choose top or bottom. I guess saying that in this set, we still need lands. Do you think you top or bottom it there?
I would bottom Karn there. I have enough gas in my hand. I need to draw something else. I would bottom there.
Well, on the other side, we're drawing maybe a few too many lands, more than she would like, but does have up Counter Magic and Orcish Bowmaster. But that Drown the Lock does have a downside. It's only to the amount of cards that are in the graveyard. Currently, it's 5, so we cannot counter anything with CMC 6 or more just yet.
We did bottom the Karn. And we rewarded with a soul land. We drew Ugin's Labyrinth, which is going to allow us to cast Devourer of Destiny, Exile the Subtlety, which can't be drowned, like you said, because we have only 5 cards in the graveyard.
Like, obviously, you play a lot of Tron. This is one of the new cards that are kind of in the meta because of MH3. How good is this card in these Tron decks?
The card itself is medium, but it becomes really good. It becomes really, really good with Ugin's Labyrinth. It is those two cards together that it makes both those cards. Devourer and Ugin's Labyrinth just go together like me and you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they're that good?
It's that good.
Oh,
They're
damn.
a match made in Tron heaven.
I doubt you ever see me in Tron heaven, but here we are. Well, maybe I'll sneak in with some infect counters or something like that. But we're flooding over on Maria's side. We need to get her some armbands. This is not where you want to be at 1-1 in game 3, playing to try and get yourself to a 5-0 record. And passing the turn back, another Ulamog. We can't cast that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We just command end a turn, gain a bunch more mana, then cast it next turn. Sure.
I think we command during upkeep, honestly, is where I would go. During Maria's
Talk to me
upkeep.
about that. Why upkeep? For you, some of the newer players that are maybe watching or people that aren't a fay with the top tier high level of Magic and they're trying to pick it up. Why would you do this in the upkeep?
Well, this
I think you've just been answered.
This is why. This is why. Yeah. So you want to do an upkeep because you don't want. If Maria's going to counter the spell, you want her to counter it during her turn, to use mana during her turn, but you don't want her to see another card. So doing it during upkeep means that they won't see another card, and if they're going to counter it, they'll do it during their turn and type in mana, which allows you to untap and then cast, another spell. But here we see the punishment for not doing it during upkeep, but doing it after the draw, which is brutal because this would have been a massive command.
Oh, it would have been game winning.
Yeah,
It literally would have been game winning. If you untap with an hard cast an Ulamog, like that's just pretty much game. Right? There's no cards in the deck to get it off the battlefield once it hits the battlefield. But here we go. We're going to see this Sun of Memory doing some work. 1 mana counter spell. Also, this is the 4th command, by the way. Look at him stacked up in the graveyard.
Beautiful.
Hold on. Are we clicking that Drown the Locks?
There's no way, right? Wait. We that's for 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh wow. Wait, what? Is that enough? X equals 4 to 6.
It's CMC 6, right? Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Whew. Look, I think basically you weren't able to target it. That's why we didn't see the full follow through for that Drown there. Another card in the graveyard, so we're up to 6. This Drown Lock is slightly getting better every single time. 1 card type away from being able to get this 6/6 on the battlefield into that graveyard.
Slowly but surely. This Devourer is coming in.
Yeah,
6 every turn.
It's going to win this race against this lonely 1/1 Orcish Bowmaster.
Mm-hmm. And if Maria puts more pressure on, more on the board, we see that Island Go Same has all it does to wipe the man, a third land in a row that we've seen. That is not what we want to see.
Yeah, we're going to have to get us some armbands at this point. It's maybe even a snorkel set, the amount of flooding that's going on that side. Just passing the turn. And I like keeping these redundant lands in hand, right? We've got Psychic Frogs in our deck. We can use it for discard fodder for that if we need to grow the frog. But here comes another 6 pointed decks of damage. Can't take too many hits like this. Another talisman over on the side for Islands Go Same.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're one short from Ulamog, am I correct? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so one more land, we can just hard cast Ulamog. Another drown is not what we wanted. We might have to just block with his Bowmasters. That will, yeah, I think we have to.
Yeah, I think best case scenario here is we hold back the Bowmasters like this to block. We see Islands Go Same, dismember it in end of turn, which puts the 7th card type in the graveyard, which turns on the drowns. But playing around it nicely, also doesn't need to fire off any of our spells when we know that this Orcish Bowmaster's on blocking duty.
There's the card, the One Ring, which can be countered, but we're still under pressure from the Devourer of Destiny as well.
Well, I suppose if One Ring gets cast, we can counter the One Ring and destroy the Destiny as well in the same turn.
That is nice. Then we were at the mercy of Ulamog eventually, but you got what you got to do. That is Tron.
That's the other sketch. This is you're still in a good position, but even in this spot, we're still top decking. So now we can counter that. Here we are. Fire it off.
Yeah, again, just a great deck choice for this tournament. We've seen a lot of mid-range decks, a lot of control decks. Again, just normal.
Another.
Wow.
I'm
sorry.
How many land do we play in this deck? Let me have a look.
That's unfortunate.
We're only playing 18 lands in this deck as well.
That's unlucky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lands have been seen in the top 20 cards.
Unfortunate.
That is rough.
Well, here comes Ulamog. Which, I mean, I guess it just eats 2 lands. It's not a big deal, right? So we're holding the drown lock. Oh, man.
Yeah, this is game. I literally...
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else we can draw, yeah.
I guess we could draw a sink to bounce. No, we can't because that's in play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's game. We're scooping this up. We're going to see Islands Go Same, advancing to a 5-0 record momentarily. Just, at the key turns, drawing those extra lands, it's just not going to get it done. We're taking out the basic. We're taking out the Surveyor land.
And there's no
More
rings.
importantly, though, there's a 10-10 on the battlefield.
Yeah. Are there any rings on the Maria side or no?
Nope.
Yeah, okay, so yeah. No, that's it. You're right.
There is nothing. Let me look at the sideboard, just have a little look. There's a toxic deluge.
Yeah, perfect. That would be...
Not ideal in this situation.
Rough.
I suppose a blocker. Orcish Bowmaster makes blockers.
Yeah, it does. We lose half our library, but well, that doesn't matter. Half library is nothing.
That's a small detail. Don't worry
Small,
about that.
Yes. Yeah. No, we're done.
Having cards in your deck to win a game, don't worry about that too much. But yeah, we're going to be scooping it up. Islands Go Same, taking this down, advancing to the 5-0 record, which means just going to be one game away from winning today's top prize. So huge congrats to them as Maria, consolation prize still 4-1, still battling out, still going to be in contention of getting yourself some nice monies on this beautiful Saturday that we're bringing you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the club. I'll toast to that. Hope you're all having a good one on this beautiful Saturday. Cheers.
Cheers to you and me.
Well, cheers to both of us, and cheers to Beacon, because I'm going to be doing a little giveaway, which means that everybody in chat is going to be in the chance of winning today's big prize, which is this microphone that you see on screen. Give me a second to type this out. What obviously the word is going to be Beacon. Giveaway is now live, so type the word Beacon in chat for being a chance of winning this microphone that you see courtesy of Beacon, one of today's sponsors. Huge shout out to them. If it wasn't for sponsors chat, then we wouldn't be able to have these awesome events like MTGO Creator Showdown. So I hope that you're all enjoying this, and thank you for tuning in today. Of course, we're going to have one of these every single month, so make sure you do stick around. Hit that follow button if you haven't hit that follow button. I don't know about you, Ali, but I think I need a top-up. So I think we should have a little break. It's your round. Go to the bar, get us some drinks, and we'll come back and pick us some winners of not only this giveaway, but also find out which players are going to be 6-0 and taking out that top prize.
I'm excited.
Don't go anywhere, chat.
Yo, what up, Will? Ready for the after party? After party right after this. Cheers.
Yeah, so we're in the after party zone now, chat. We're getting into it. We're getting into round number 6. So welcome back here to the MTGO Creators Showdown, where we're bringing you 64 of your favorite content creators going head to head over 6 rounds, double elimination. But we're in that 6th round. We're going to find out who's taking away that big prize, as well as who out there is watching that's going to take away the big prize, the big giveaway today. Of course, we've got that giveaway courtesy of Beacon. So if you haven't already, make sure you type the word Beacon in chat to be in a chance of winning this. This was one of the obviously amazing microphones. And we can only do these shows because of our amazing sponsors. And one of them being Beacon. So huge shout out to them. Thank you very much for supporting this episode of MTGO Creator Showdown. I need to go and get my headset because I just dropped it on the floor. So while I do that, Ali's going to say some words.
So our players today are playing for prizes. They go 4-2 today. They get digital prizes on Magic Arena, or sorry, Magic Online. They get 500 play points and 3 treasure chests and 1 MH3 regular set. This means they get a sheet of one of each card from Modern Horizons 3. They finish 5-1, they get 600 USD. But however, if they start 5-0 and lose the last round, they will get 750 instead. So bonus 150 for that, losing the last round, not getting the first place, which is 6-0 is a total of 1,250 USD. So
nothing too shabby there, to bat your eyelashes at. I want to know how you, chat, would spend the money today if you won 1,250 US dollars. I also want to know, Ali, has your mind changed? What would you be spending $1,250 on if you were winning today?
Are you doubting my tattoo of your face on my arm? Is that what you're saying?
All right. I'm just saying, are you still going to be held to that? Cheers.
No, I'm not. I'm going to get Becca's face on my arm instead.
Oh, Becca's our producer, for everybody that's not aware of that.
You asked me again. You double, yeah, so like, okay.
Why not both of us, like one on top of each other?
Oh, that's perfect, actually. You know what? I think that's enough money to do both. So cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, chat. Cheers, chat, to you. Of course, I'm going to pick the winner of that Beacon giveaway after this match. Round number 6, match number 6. Both players 5-0. The only 5-0 players left in this tournament. But there can only be one, just like Highlander. And luckily, we've seen them throughout today because obviously they've been doing very well. So let's have a look at their deck list. Let's start off with, we just see them, Islands go same on this Tron list. I know that you're a fan of this, Ali.
I'm a fan.
This is your deck. You're like, you said that you picked out one of the big finishers of this deck, back in the day.
Back in the day.
How long you've been playing Magic. Not to make you feel old or anything, my friend. But we're going to see that going up against this Omnath Mardu deck, which personally I think is amazing, and I think I might actually have to pick this up to play it in my next FNM or next challenge or even league that I want to be doing moving forward.
This is so important. Island goes same being on the play, and we see that they did the Kozilek's or the Devour Destiny Ugin's Labyrinth. That's huge because otherwise Gorgon would have had a turn 1 Ragavan. So this is a massive, very, very, very important. And how we get we get the Thonos here.
Oh my!
This changes. Word. Yeah, this is a huge.
So what do they take here? Like, they take a Galvanic, but then they can only cast one Galvanic. Do they take the Omnath because we know how scary that can be?
I don't think we care about Galvanic because they have 2. I don't think we care too much about Omnath either. I like the flying creature. Gaia's Soul seems important. Gaia's Soul also fuels the Pride, so I like that take.
So turn this sideways. We know it's going to get eaten. We know that there's a Galvanic Discharge, so we're kind of getting a 2 for 2 at this point in the exchange. But more importantly, there was a Ragavan off the battlefield. I can't that Eldrazi Temple off the top was absolutely huge.
Oh yes, and now this game is. I don't want to say it's over, but we get a massive command here. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so do we crack the map here and get the value straight away, or did you like playing the land, cracking it in a turn, or use holding the command?
I personally would have liked EOT command for X creatures and Scry X, and then untap and just All's Dust, whatever them play. But this works too. I just like my favorite modes on command is to draw and to make creatures, especially if we have All's Dust, right? So.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm feeling like I've got the mana now at this point. I kind of want my opponent to overcommit to the battlefield so I can get value out of this All This Dust. Chat asking, is yep, type the word beacon in chat to be in the giveaway. That is the big giveaway of today. But you got to be in it to win it. If you're not in it, you cannot win it. It's that simple, that easy. Ragavan drawn for the turn.
I want to say, that being said, though, Island Go Same is undefeated. And, you know, they've won more matches than I have today, so...
Well, both players 5-0, undefeated to this point. But we're gonna, more importantly, I think the talk of the town now is going to be this Omnath scene play and doing well in this tournament. This is a 5-0, right? You know, if you're in an MTGO league, you're going to get 5-0. You're going to be in the 5-0 dump at this point. But can we get that 6th win? Oof. Can we take down the big prize?
Tron, there's Devourer, eat the Johnny. This is a problem. We have problems.
Yeah, we have problems. The problem was that drawing that temple off the top that turn,
and being on the draw
huge.
Versus that was massive. This game is much different if Gorzone is able to play Ragavan and attack one time at least.
So we attack the cat into the Eldrazi. We know about the other discharge, so we're just going to take the 2. We're not going to block it. We'd much rather be able to deal 6 damage than prevent the 2 damage. Here comes Ragavan, not dashed, just out as a simple 2/1.
Yeah, we have All's Dust. I don't mind. Yeah, taking damage here is great. We can just clean up here with the dust and then get in there. Gorzone has 2 lands, so we're not really scared of much here.
I'm having a look at the sideboard. What can we get with this Karn? We could go Karn, take down, get a Chalice of the Void, and play Chalice on 1.
Yeah, I like going a little bigger. I like either getting Ring or Titan. Sunny Titan also closes out the game here.
Oh yeah, Sunny Titan would be huge.
1 Ring, 1 Portal is also solid. I think honestly, I think it's Titan more than anything else. Here you get something else, but I think you want to get Titan in case Chalice for 1.
Chalice on 1.
We do know about the Galvanic discharge, so. They want to. I think seems to lock that out, which is fair. Gorzone deck's all basically 1 drop and 2 drop, so.
Yeah, you're going to eat a creature at this point. Another 1 drop drawn, not ideal, and don't have the 3rd land, not ideal.
Actually, I was wrong. I was wrong. I seems correct because if they get Chalice here, they ensure Karn lives. Whereas if you get Titan first, they can just go out and discharge Karn. So I was incorrect there about the Chalice versus the Titan.
Well,
so.
very, very quick game 1 there by Islands Go Same. Taking it down means that we're going to go into game number 2. 1 game away from being able to win that top prize. So let's have a little look at their deck list, the full 75 that they have brought to this tournament. We've seen it a few times throughout today already. Does play Karn in the main. Sometimes you see some multiples, but this one just 15 one-ofs in the sideboard. And as much as I'm not a huge fan of the Tron, I do love just 15 one-ofs in the sideboard.
It was great, especially with Karn as your planeswalker. So here we could bring in some things, but I don't think you'd necessarily do. Like if you want to, bring in cards that you probably won't wish for. For example, you could bring in maybe Haywire Might if you want just something to block and maybe gain life and trade with. I don't think we do. The only thing I might bring is maybe Walking Ballista over something that costs a lot of mana.
Yeah, I think you're right. Especially if we get a draw like that, as in we basically just went 2 mana land, 2 mana land, 2 mana land, big spells, too much go down. Your opponent's missing on lands on the other side. It was just too much. So let's go across to the other side to Gorzone's Mardu energy list and see what's in the 75. Of course, a game down. It needs to win 2 on the bounce now. Talk to me about this sideboard. Anything you like bringing in?
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious to both of us that Damping Sphere is obviously great versus Adultery Temples, Tron, and Ugin's Labyrinth, and a Charmaw is also very solid, especially on the play. So yeah, I bring in Charmaw and I bring in the spheres here for sure.
Do you think Surgical's over sideboarded? Do you think this is a matchup for it? Have we got so many dead cards that I'd bring Surgical in, or is this just like, am I falling under the trap of that card gets way over sideboarded?
Which one is it?
Just in Surgical Extraction.
Oh yeah, I don't think bringing it here now. Surgical Extraction is not great here. You have no way to make them discard cards, and they're not milling themselves. Surgical is a card that I think that people bring in too much, but it is not great here.
Just making sure. I feel like it's something that we don't talk about enough in Magic, and I think I fully agree with you. I think it is over sideboard, and
it is.
We don't have that much land destruction to be able to actually try and get a Tron piece out the way, and even without a certain set of Tron piece, we know how powerful this deck can be with Ugin's Labyrinths and Eldrazi Temples moving forward. Do you see, though, the Ragavan does connect, deal that 2 points of damage, get the treasure token more importantly, so we can get 2 threats on the battlefield this turn. But which 2? We've got a load of options here.
The dogs did not like that play. They disagreed with that play. That's what happened there.
I couldn't hear them if they were going off, but we're going to get a load of energy, sequence it correctly, being able to hit an Ajani.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so both decks doing their thing. Love to see it.
That is one deck doing a thing, I think, but
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage here. Hold on, what? Okay, hold on a minute. Oh, hello, damage sphere.
I'm curious why no Labyrinth there exiling all the dust, but there's damage sphere. Jeez, this is this one. You can see how important Ragavan is turn 1. Like it just is gonna end this game quickly.
I'm thinking like, what can we kill with a flipped Ajani here? We go Pride.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Bowmaster.
Yeah, this is lethal, right?
Is it lethal? No.
1, 2, 3,
it's got to
4,
be
5,
just
6,
short.
6, 7. What's the okay?
Go the safe route. Play Dampening Sphere. Turn off the mana on the other side. You've got an absolute house of a board state right now.
Oh yeah, I think you can close your eyes here and just click, and you probably I think you'd win.
Look, some would argue that's how all people that play Tron play, but I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying some people would. Here comes the Fortnite Seer. Just have a little look at the hand, see if we can get any knowledge of how sideboarding happened. And Island's going to... No, wrong, sorry. Ghoulzone's going to level us up to 1 apiece.
I'm surprised.
So we've seen both decks do what they're meant to do.
Absolutely. I am actually surprised that Island Same kept that hand, because there was no Ugin's Labyrinth turn 1, because they kept a 7-card hand, and there's no Tron turn 3, and there's not much removal, so I'm surprised that that hand was kept, and no Temple. I feel like we should probably mulligan that hand, because we know that Origin is aggressive and can get from get off guard early. I feel like one mulligan is basically free, maybe even 2. Just find something to get going, especially on the draw.
Well, let's get their deck list up on the screen. Let's go for Islands Go Same's list on the screen. You can talk to me of what you think the perfect... Let's go 6-card hand. Like, if you've got 7 cards, or in fact, we're going to go straight down to the game. The players are quicker than we are. Talk to me about this. Come on. Oh, I thought it was Natty Tron.
No, it's not Natural Tron. No. Honestly, even this hand, I would personally ship it, but because we're not doing anything. Like...
See, I'm over on the other side thinking I would mulligan a hand probably that doesn't have a turn 1 Ragavan.
Yes, absolutely. Ragavan is massive in this list, so I agree with you.
Everyone tune in. We do welcome you all. Hope you're having a good time watching all the content creators taking part in this event today. We are here now in round 6. These are our 2 undefeated players, and we are in game at number 3. $1,250 going to the winner. Loser, well, they get 750, so it's not bad for on this Saturday. Maybe they can come join us in the club as we see a turn 1 Ragavan.
There it is. There's Ragavan. The draw for us is the same as Useju and Karn. Not what we want here. We'll see what Ragavan hits.
We're going wide.
Yeah, Ragavan's going mine. Hit the mine here, right?
One time. Come on. Let's see if we can catch it. It is... Oh, it's a Karn the Great Creator. Okay. Can't quite cast it this turn, but what we can do is go double Pride, make 2 more tokens. We go Raptor. There's a lot of options. It looks like we're going to go Raptor. Start with Raptor. Okay, cool. Raptor, gain 2 energy. Look at the top cards of our library. It's an Orcish Bowmaster, which is a nice 2-drop. Adds 2 more creatures to the battlefield. little bit more damage to face. So we're going wide.
Almost give the city busting too. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm gonna go same as to draw in Eldrazi Temple. I draw Temple. Causes Commander. That is not. Oof, that is.
We've got to take another turn off. Now this is the turn where we can start going wide, right? Like now we can be able to gain life from the Pride. With a second Pride, we'll go super wide here. We can also go Obnixus if we want to, because we're going to be generating a treasure token off this Ragavan.
Yeah, I mean, I think the same is going to have to just draw the Tron here and just All's Dust. So Ragavan hits. Let's see what Ragavan hits.
Ruin's Labyrinth. Wouldn't be good enough in this spot, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. I mean, no, we definitely need a mine in order to dust here.
Well, yeah, we're going to go with the Obnixus. We're going to sacrifice the token, so we do get 2 Obnixuses here. One is a copy, non-legendary. The other is the legendary one that we cast, ticking up, making discard happen so we don't take any life points. Wellbreaker is going to be the first discard. We
could also draw the One Ring. One Ring also is a fog, buys us time. So that could
yes,
be good as well.
As much as it does help us through an Orcish Bowmaster and double Obnixus, but that's the One Ring off the top as you said it.
There it is.
You said it. Okay, well, it's better than nothing. It's literally better than nothing right now. It takes the pressure off for a turn slightly.
It does. I mean, honestly, it could be enough. I think we can Wing, get the Tron piece and One Ring, and the next turn we can All's Dust and just wipe the board completely. So this is actually fantastic because now we can finish Tron and we get the One Ring in play. And this is huge. We are at 10 though, and we do see a Flage in the opponent's hand, and we know Obnixus gets around the One Ring as well. So not over yet.
I'm having a look. Is there anything that we could be drawing here on the other side that we needed? Aether Hub is not it. It does mean that we cast Flage, which might... It only generates 1 energy, which I suppose would be enough if we draw another land off the top.
We're at 8. So we pitch Karn
maybe 6. Ooh. 6. So yeah, I like Flage face here. Top deck,
we can't face. We can't face because the One Ring...
we can't. You're right. Damn, that wrong wing card's really good.
The One Ring is really good. Yes, but this is a free draw. It's a free draw, just draw. Because he's gonna take the burden off the counter, so absolutely draw here.
The draw finds an Urza's Tower.
That's good.
Orcish Bowmaster can't go face, so we're gonna have to ping the creature on the other side. Does generate another token, but we know that is not going to be good enough in the face of this All Is Dust.
Ooh.
Okay, I also like not committing more resources to the battlefield in this point, playing around the All Is Dust.
Oh, we see a sideboard card right here, the Failure Salix.
4 mana, 7 mana.
All Is Dust.
So, talk to me about All Is Dust and why our creature, even though it's got a green mana pip in it, is not going to die here.
So All Is Dust makes every player sacrifices all the colored permanents, doesn't destroy sacrifices. Because even throwing Microspawn is a green spell, has a keyword Devoid, which makes it colorless, so it will not be sacrificed because it is like it's an Eldrazi. Eldrazi are colorless.
Yeah, the Void is definitely the mechanic that you see a lot of. Yeah, that One Ring, it is good. It does make you forget things at certain times. It's I'm going under that temptation. I kind of know what Frodo feels like at points here, and I imagine that Gorzone is also kind of feeling a little bit what Gollum feels like, as in getting beaten up a lot, because that All Is Dust is huge. How many permanents went to the graveyard? 6 permanents?
All of it. Yes. Yeah, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
So we can Karn here. Let me see if I can pull up the...
But then, like, we're not out of it, right? Flage?
No, Flage put up... Yeah, put him to 3. Also, we remember the ring. What the ring does. So Worm Coil doesn't necessarily win the game. Worm Coil will... Interesting. Worm Coil will end the game if it's attack. But the problem is, we know the Titan is going to constantly be escaped. So
Orcish Bowmaster. Now, do we try and get fancy with this? I don't think I do. I think I go Flage. Well, saying that Flage Chase with a card on the battlefield. Looking at the graveyard here, there's a Torment's Crypt. so that's easy. We can also get a 1 ring if we want to. We've got enough mana. We could just destroy all the lands on the other side with
the respect here. You're killing the killing the Karn because Flage is our out. Karn can get Crypt, which ends the Flage. So
I suppose Arena of Glory would be it, right? Is there an Arena of Glory in this list? Are we able to give it haste? There is an Arena of Glory in the list.
There we go.
But then now that Kozilek's command stops that, right? Because now there's going to be, it can be exiled. Yeah, man, I love these games of Magic. They're so back and forth.
Yeah, this game is rough for Gorgon, but Gorgon isn't out quite yet. We could like Pride, I'll block the Wormcoil Engine, and then shoot our Pride with Bowmasters.
I also want to rewind you to turn 3, where Gorgon had like a gazillion creatures on the battlefield and planeswalkers, and yet we were able to, get back out from underneath that. And now look at the board state we've currently got.
Yeah, all is dust. I think Gorgon played correctly though. I think Gorgon needs to just not play, just go all in. We just go all in.
Exile 5 cards from the graveyard, make 5 0/1s, play the Wormcoil Engine.
Okay, so
Guide of Souls.
All right, so we have to. Here we can go Guide of Souls, play the Pride. Oh, we're missing 1 land. We can't actually. We can't shoot the token. I was gonna say we can deny lifelink, but we can't deny lifelink anymore. I mean, I think Island go same gaining 6 life though is gonna be too good.
I was wondering if it would be worth going the Pride block Bowmasters, kill our own creature to prevent the lifelink, and then maybe if there's a way we can untapping it damage across, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, that's right. It's tough. Yeah. We see this Alex go to 1 as well.
So Islands Go same, very disciplined with this 1 ring. This is like 3 turns now. It hasn't been activated. So, very disciplined there. I really like that as well.
I like that too. It's like, Island Go same is like, hey, I have everything I need. There's no reason for me to lose any more life. I'm at 6. Now I can ring if I want to, but before there's no reason to.
Yeah, now it's fine. We're gonna go 3 mana.
I think we're gonna go World Breaker from the graveyard. Is that we could just discard the World Breaker earlier? We could just destroy probably a red source or an Aether Hub with World Breaker.
Looking at the deck list, you can't come off white, so I think red is the second color you'd cut them off of before black here.
Right, so probably the hub that because hub adds rainbow energy, I guess, or just rainbow mana. Yeah.
Yep. Take that one out, as you said. Another 5/7 added to the battlefield. We're gonna go a card deeper. Use the ring now.
We got. Oh man, that's 1 land. We destroy. Yeah, that's it. We could destroy the land again.
Islands Go.
Wow.
Islands Go same is going to be taking this one down, going to 6-0 and taking down this tournament. So huge congratulations to both
players.
Let's toast to that match. That was a great match. Toast to everybody. Obviously, if you're just tuning in, welcome back to the club where you're going to find me and Ali kind of living our best life. Cheers, chat. And more importantly to you all, there's a giveaway happening right now. Make sure you type the word beacon in chat to be in the chance of winning that while we break down what we just saw in that match. Tron, 6-0, your favorite deck. That's there's a couple of different builds floating around. We've seen the Emrakul version. Why do you think this version did so well at this event?
Again, I think this version did really well just because there's no Nadu, so people are going more mid-rangey, more value, also a lot more control, which Tron just praise on. It was great. It was a great choice. That was, and then just beautifully played as well. You just draw your Thought Seer turn 2, your Temple for Thought Seer. Great.
Hear me out. If Tron's going to be really good in the meta, and no more people are going to bring Tron, are we going to see Infect make a comeback? Are we going to see this, or have we now got the tools in Tron to deal with Infect as well?
I think Infect used to be Tron to be a buy for Infect, but now I think it's a little more rough with commands and dismembers in the 1 ring even. But honestly, no, I don't think Infect's gonna come back. I'm sorry, it will.
Why would you do that to me, dude? You're breaking my heart
I'm
live
sorry.
on stream.
I mean, it's just there's Bowmasters. It's not even because Tron. I think it's just meta. Just there's so much removal now.
No, you're right. Bowmaster is the actual reason. It's the whole reason why I can't even play it in Legacy anymore. That card is extremely good. So we're going to work out. Maybe we'll be able to get one of the Form 1 players that are battling out for 5-0 on the broadcast. While we work that one out, we're going to pick a winner to this Beacon giveaway. Which, if you're just tuning in right now and you haven't seen it, well, these are one of the best microphones on the market, and they are one of our sponsors today. It is Beacon. Type the word Beacon in chat, and I'm going to pick a winner in, let's say, 5 seconds, or however long it takes me to type it in chat. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, I picked the winner.
Oh, it's Yoshi. Hello, Yoshi.
Hello, Yoshi. Congratulations. You need to reach out to me.
Please, say it again. Say the name one more time.
Hello, Yoshi.
Do you know what a Yoshi is?
Isn't that thing from Mario that you ride?
Oh my god, that thing from... You know what? It's okay. I forgive you.
Is this going to be one of those... what's that cartoon that I don't watch?
No, you're right. You're right. It's just... that stings. Yushi? Is that you said? Yushi?
I think it said Yoshi, but... You know, I'm
I don't know. It's on tape. We have it on tape.
You need to tell me what that means in a minute. It's going to be great. But more importantly, congratulations to them. They have won themselves the Beacon microphone. You need to slide in my DMs. I'll take your details. I'll pass it to the right people, and we'll get that sent out to you ASAP. So huge shout out to them. But that's it. We've got ourselves a winner. They have won themselves $1,250. Congratulations on taking this down. That's the prize breakout for everybody that finished 4-2, 5-1, 6-0. Just go through it one last time for me, Ali.
All right, for all our players that went 4-2 today, they will get digital prizes on their Magic Online account. 500 play points and 50 treasure chests. We can open play points, cards, boats, will, and they get one Modern Horizons 3 regular set. That is one card from every card. One card from Modern Horizons 3, every single one, a singleton. Everyone that finished 5-1 will get 600 USD. And players that finished, that were 5-0 and lost the last round, like Gorezone, will get 750. And then the 6-0 players will get 1,250. Like Island Go, same. Congrats to all our players and all our winners. It was sweet. Those sweet matches of Magic we watched today. Modern is fun.
We had some really good matches, and also seeing a lot of people bringing different decks and kind of adapting the decks that we know in the meta and trying different things in this tournament. It's great to see. I just googled Yoshi, and it literally came up with the thing from Mario.
Oh, you're right.
I don't know what you're talking about, but here we are. We're going to start closing down the show. So huge shout out to all of our sponsors is the first thing I need to do. Beacon, Daybreak Games, and Monkey Bubble. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to put this awesome show on. So I want your highlight of the show, Ali. What was your favorite moment in all the matchups that we covered today?
Favorite moment in all the matchups? Put me on a spot here.
That's what I do. I like the
gameplay. I like the gameplay of where Young Dingo just tapped out for the one ring. I think that was very impressive. It wasn't just one play, but also like the way Gorezone knew what their role was against the decks, and just like continuously versus Omnath, just continuously going upticking with Obnixilus, always going face, and ignoring everything else, and it actually mattered because otherwise the opponent would have Dota would have lived at one life because it's Solitude draw. It was just really clean gameplay and very impressive, and it was awesome to watch. It was not one play, it was just how people played, and that was very impressive. I like that.
Okay, and my last question to you for today, I'm going to put you on the spot one last time.
Sure.
Is what is your card of the tournament? What card has impressed you the most of all the Magic that we've watched?
The card that impressed me the most of all the Magic, honestly, I'm just going to say Causeless Command. When that card first came out, I thought it was like not that great. The card has been very impressive. Being Eldrazi, it can killing creatures, making blockers, making mana, exiling Phlages in the graveyard, as we saw there. It just does a lot. Even for if you need lands, if you have one temple, you can just pay 2 mana to at least to just draw a card, which isn't great, but hey, one mana draw card. That's an option. And everything else is upside. That card was actually very impressive, and I'm sorry for doubting you, Command.
It is good. You know what I mean? Normally, you think they tap out or they pass the turn. They've got no interaction. But it is an instant speed interaction for these Tron decks. It gives them so much extra value. It is really, really good card and shout out. So, on that one, I'm going to go over today's announcement before we end today. So, we had an announcement today from Daybreak Games that we broke live on this channel, on this stream. And it is for all you dual commander players out there. I think you're going to like this. So, I'm going to read it out to all you beautiful people. Have you ever wanted to bow out on the most competitive frontier of Commander's multiverse? If so, get ready for the debut of dual commander format coming to Magic Online. With thousands of fans across the world, including hundreds of players battling out in the French National Dual Commander Championships in Châteauroux this weekend, France, we're excited to bring the high power game to MTGO. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, it's coming to MTGO. Featuring the best of 3 matches, starting at 20 life, and a unique rule set. Dual Commander will have both the casual rooms as well as league play. So brew your best 100 card creations and get ready to battle starting the downtime of Wednesday the 24th. So Wednesday 24th is where it's going to go live. You can battle out in 1v1 Dual Commander against your friends, your opponent, go in leagues. You can see me versus Ali, Slivers versus whatever he brings. It doesn't matter because I'm going to beat him. It is what it is. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It's coming out. Oh, what have I got around me? I've got a Pride in front of me. We've just seen that do real good work.
Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah.
It is what it is. It's fun. But that's for everybody as well. So hopefully, we'll be able to battle not only now in leagues, but you can also play in dual commander leagues, which is a huge improvement. Daybreak listen to the fans. They give the fans what they want. So huge shout out Daybreak. Little round of applause.
Big shout out. Thank you guys.
Little toast as we are in the club. And I imagine we've got a lot of raiders recently and they're probably wondering what are these two doing on the screen in Ty's tank tops in the club with these. So one final sip.
Cheers. And we're passing
we're going to be raiding
Doomwake.
Yeah, good old Doomwake taking part in this. One of my favorite streamers, literally that streams currently. I think he's awesome. We're going to be sending you all over to him. So thank you very much for being here. Huge shout out to our sponsors. I want to thank you, Ali. This has been an absolutely amazing stream. The vibes, the energy, the clubs. You're getting the rounds in. This is great. Any last words from you?
No, I loved it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Doomwake. Doomwake's birthday too, right?
Is it?
I enjoyed. I don't know. I mean, I have a party.
It is now.
It's everyone's birthday.
It is now.
It's your birthday. It's my birthday. It's Jim Davis's birthday. My birthday.
Of course it is. And on that one, we'll be back next month. New format. See you then. Have a good one.
Peace out, y'all.